Hello? Hello? It's me, the philosopher robot man with a dubious and unclear lore and backstory. How you doing? It's been approximately 36 hours since the last time that we interfaced. Sorry, not sorry? No, I am sorry. It's not sorry, not sorry. That's a bit of a Freudian slip there. I care about you. I promise. I can assure you of this. Let me reply to somebody that was asking me a question in the link shell. Oh, I was asked what's the plan now that I'm 75. I'm going to try to either get a XP buffer and or get Hocho, because Hocho has been a very long time coming. Otherwise, I could try to get some COP stuff done, but I'd rather save that until I can coordinate with LS. Until I can. See, the rank up missions have not been particularly asterisk difficult or anything like that. They mostly just involve going to a place and just beating the shit out of like things that are otherwise just completely minding their own business. The COP is a little bit different, and that it definitely likes to send you all over the goddamn place. You still go to a thing to kill B monster, and then go to C place in order to turn it all in. But they could be pretty multi-stage events, like your Prometheans, going through the aqueducts, stuff like that. You know, stuff that everybody loves. Everybody loves doing that. But yeah, we hit our 75, man. We got max level from here until the end of time, because the server is never going to go past 75, thank Christ. So for once, the overriding goal of just getting to 75 has been complete. It would behoove me, especially as a tank job, whose sole purpose is to get hit repeatedly ad nauseum for hours, is to get an experience points buffer of some kind. Because if you're not familiar with how brutal Final Fantasy XI can be, aka the original Dark Souls of MMOs, you could say, I'm gonna die statistically at some point. I mean IRL and in-game, but in-game it can happen at least repeatedly. I haven't figured out how to establish a experience points buffer for my own IRL life. I'm still working on that. But in game, in Minecraft, I am capable of dying, and each time that I die, I lose some experience, and I can lose enough experience in order to D-level back to 74, which would be bad and not preferable at all. So my guess is that I should flag up so I can allow myself to be collected, and if after changing out all my shit into subbing Ninja, I do not get a invite of some kind that seems good, I will go out to Yatunga Jungle and we will kill Thornberries over and over and over again until a NM appears. The wiki has informed me that the NM that drops Hocho is soloable at 75. I am willing to expend any manner of medicine in order to make that happen. I do have like the world's biggest med kit basically on my person at any time, so it should be plausible. But the only way to be sure is to like just go out there and do it. get these gross things off me. Equip set. And then we'll change back to the drip. And then because we're sub ninja now, we need to swap out our shield for, I don't know, Espadon. That looks good. Looks kind of cool, actually. Use current. Keep same piece. Because we're not going to be using a shield, let's swap the Adamant Sabatons and make sure that those are on our person. And then Sabatons there. We don't need the mermaid's ring, because we're only going to have one target, so we're going to swap out the mermaid's ring for a little bit more attack. Same thing here with the merman's earrings, where the focus of the day is going to be on killing this thing as quickly as humanly possible and as safely as humanly possible. I mean, the only way to be more safe than we already are is to recruit individuals in order to help us out, which I'm certain that someone would be willing to go through that. But because we don't know how long it's going to take for this NM to appear, if it does at all during our time out there, because who knows, I might get a invite in the next 2 seconds once they start flagging up. We'll just have to cross the bridge when we get to it. Actually, I'll flag up now, because it'd be kind of stupid if I got all... No, I'm gonna have to get the same gear anyway. Let's get our Ikra Gunkin. We shouldn't need Shinobi Tabby, because at 75 we shouldn't aggro anything on the first floor of Temple of Ugalepi. Almost forgot what it was called for a second. I need to bring any silent oils or anything like that. We'll bring Shihai, Bioelixir, Pro Ether, Persicos Salate. If we should be able to kill it in about 10 minutes, but I'll buy an extra one just to be sure. I don't remember what other kind of BS it does. I should know offhand. That would help for me, but I'm just gonna bring medicine of every description. And then I have about 5,000 Yag drinks, just kind of like in my backpack here. One massive quality of life improvement that only required you to sign over your firstborn is to link up your in-game account on Horizon with your Discord username, and then by doing this you unlock 30 extra slots for your Mog Satchel, which is like having an item-based version of a Mog wardrobe, and that you can put things in and take things out, only unlike the wardrobe, it's not clothes, it is items. And if you're not familiar with why that would be a convenience, this game, having been constructed a billion years ago, in the before times, in the long ago, in order for you to get shit out of your safe, so to speak, you have to physically go into your safe, retrieve your shit, and then go to do the thing. I almost forgot what I wanted to get. Itchy nose, love that for me. Persicos L8, please don't be more than 5,000. Dude, the market is crashing. Let's go. Might as well just grab. We don't know what's gonna go on, right? So let me be clear. It only takes like maybe 1,500. Maybe 1,500 to make Persicos L8, so these people are actually making bank off of me right now. I could just like make them lol, and actually I'm gonna check to see, because even if I don't plan to make them right now, why is my nose so itchy, dude? Why?
You're ugly, you're disgusting, I'm gonna kill you, give me $200.
Let's see what kind of Persicos, that Persicosi, as they say. We'll buy 14 is nothing, because one Persicos, or is it 2? I don't remember. No, it takes about 2,000. We'll hold on to it for a rainy day. It's definitely going to be cheaper to buy the Persicos and to just make it ourselves, because all it takes is like the Persicos, honey, and milk in order to basically turn like a 2,000 gil item into what is normally a 4,000, 5,000 item. We need to buy Shihai. I almost forgot. Let's go do that now. Shihai is what will allow us to put up shadows for ourselves, which will essentially negate, in most cases, single hit things of any kind, spells, abilities, normal attacks. So we'll grab 2. Apparently this is what we're doing. I did want to party, but like having a break from partying wouldn't be the worst thing in the world for me, because it's what I've been doing non-stop, trying to get to 75 at like what is a blistering pace for me. You know, I didn't exactly attempt any kind of like poop schedule or anything like that. God help me if I ever do seriously consider that. I don't even know the last time they ever considered doing that. I think the only time that I would ever consider like maneuvering my IRL schedule around for this game is if I knew exactly when Resentment Cave NM was gonna pop, because I've been through that. I put myself in that position where I was like, yeah, I'm willing to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to kill this thing that only appears like once every 21 hours. Momentarily forgot where I was gonna go. I like that. We're gonna go to everyone's favorite place, Temple of Ugalepi. And we're gonna Temple of Ugalepis some Tonberries off. Please clap. Oh, Mr. Hocho. Hocho, Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 7? Wow. So I heard that Final Fantasy 16 is pretty good. I heard that quests are, and by heard, I mean I read. I read that quests are a little samey, and that it's more or less like a consistent drip of, hey, can you go to X place and bring me back 4 of Y item? I will give you Z thing. And as seems fine. I do know that the story is very mature, like uncharacteristically mature for a Final Fantasy game. There's always been like mature themes, you know, like obviously you could trace it back to whole scale eco-terrorism in Final Fantasy 7, right? But I'm talking about like real Game of Thrones-y type shit, which definitely needs to be supported. And so if after a honeymoon period I'm still thinking about the game like a week afterward, you know, once all the dust settles and everything, then I might pick it up. It bothers me extremely slightly that like I don't have like a capture card or anything, although it is interesting to me that I am thinking about like capture card type stuff anyway, just because I'm enjoying streaming so much. Just to be real with you, any time that I'm not streaming, I'm thinking about streaming, and although it's not, you know, it's a very first world problem for me to be like, ugh, I just want work to be over so that I can then stream. It just be neat. It just be a very neat thing, and I'm very glad that I still feel that way. Even after 3 months, like 4 days ago was our 3-month milestone, if you can call it that. Which is like, you know, that's a whole 3 months without without me going on like a drunken bender on stream, or like shitting my pants live in front of a studio audience. That's pretty good, I think. Right?
Yes, indeed.
Am I actually safe from these things? I am. He says as he becomes not safe anymore. We need to clear our Tonberry hate. If you're not familiar with what Tonberries are like in general, like I'm sure that you've seen them. They're a pretty big fixture in the Final Fantasy universe. The all-time mania, if you will. The Final Fantasy zeitgeist, as it were. In this game, not only are they the type of assholes that, you know, you wouldn't anticipate being 500 times more threatening than they actually look, but they do this move in Final Fantasy XI called Everyone's Grudge. Some boss versions called Notorious Monsters of Tonberries do a move that is 10 times stronger than Everyone's Grudge called Everyone's Rancor. At least one of the bosses do that you have to deal with in order to get through missions. Everyone's Grudge is its damage scales according to the number of Tonberries that you have killed. So if you do nothing but like kill Tonberries for literal hours, then you basically could get one shot, more or less. The only way to get rid of the Tonberry hate, so to speak, is by talking to that priest person, which involves its own quest to be able to talk to the mans, and then you pay him, admittedly, a comparatively small amount of gold in order to get rid of it. Other than like throat stab, which does like a pretty large amount of damage. I don't remember exactly what kind, but I know it hurts real good. I don't really think that they do anything threatening. I'm just double checking. Lottery spawn from Tonberry Cutter around F8 on the first map. Lottery spawn could take as little as 45 minutes. As little as. I don't know where this person is going. I hope they're not also trying to hunt Hocho. I don't know what they're doing. They seem to just be hunting the bees. That's fine. If they just focus on the bees, that is okay with me. Tonberry's Elemental. I don't know if that's going to aggro to me doing the thing. Let's knee up. And just in case, we're going to consume an Ikra Gunkin. And because it's just us right now, I'm going to slam back a re-raise earring, which means if I die, I don't lose all of my experience right away. It cuts, like being raised cuts the experience rate loss in half. I don't remember how much you lose, how much experience you lose just by dying at 75. It is a increasingly scaling hit to both your in-game mind and your IRL one, the higher up that you go, and that it's like basically like maybe 1 or 2 monsters kills worth of experience lost if you're like below 20 or something like that. More likely 10. In here at 75, and by in here I mean at 75, I don't know why I preface it that way. It could be like you basically like losing out. It's basically like wiping out the amount of experience that you gain from killing, I don't know, 10, 15 things. It seems that she only cares about the West, and I don't know why. We'll try to pull off these guys one at a time. And we'll just hope that the MF spawns. I just need you to come over here, please. Just come over here. Come over to me. Come over to me. Why are you... Can you please just... Fine. That's fine. Oh, I see you're ninjas. That's why. Okay. I should have been lit before doing this. That's okay. I wonder why they're going after the Wesps. That is a harder word for me to say than I would. Let me look it up. Wesp. In Temple of Yugalepi, they just drop bee larva with a 1% chance. Bee larva is used with death from above. Hornet needle. Death from above is like a queen bee. What is Hornet needle? Hornet needle is a level 50, 16 damage, delay 150, dex 1, agi 1 knife. Okay. Sure. If it makes her happy, that's all I want. You know? I feel like the Yutsusemi icon should have disappeared by now. We're doing lots of damage. The NM is 66. I am 75. I will be able to negate a lot of issues that may or may not arise. Oh yeah, that's right. We got fucking Savage Blade yesterday. I got extremely lucky, and the Rube Goldberg machine of like puzzles and shit that you have to do to open up this gate to even get into the place where you fight a juiced up scorpion was already open. And by the grace of God, it honestly looks very cool. Very damaging also. Did you have to bind me? I don't think you needed to bind me just then. It's not the biggest deal. I still hate you for it. Did any y'all, all 8,000 people that are almost certainly watching, any y'all see the Nintendo Direct? That was kind of like a snooze fest, at least for me, up until they fucking showed that they were basically remaking Super Mario RPG.
Just because thou art wielding two katanas does not mean that thy body is not 70% mac and cheese.
For the Super Nintendo on modern hardware, well, relatively modern hardware. It's basically like a superfied tablet from like 2015 using like 2011 chip technology. But it's basically, it's sort of on pseudo modern hardware, man. I have no idea how long it's gonna take for this cutter to reappear. This is where he's supposed to reappear. And it says that the cutters that are around here are the ones that you should be paying attention to. But that's the only cutter. So does he only appear in there? I must assume. I will presume. I am presuming that. Maybe it's just, I mean, it makes sense canonically, I suppose, that because the cutter is a actually, let's change our search comment and then we'll flag up. I don't want to do it at 65. I want it to be 67 because so help me God, if I do any less than that, I'm not gonna be able to wear my Hercules ring and my Hades rings, which are the only way that I'm actually able to keep hate with any appreciable, you know, amount of oomph. It's okay, I don't get some other, you know, pretty pieces of equipment, but you know, that's just how it be sometimes. But it's not like I'm gonna, I don't know, man. I kind of just want to hunt this thing, but I can't really say that it's gonna be like the most fascinating thing in the world, because I'm literally just gonna be waiting for this thing to repop and then just like praying to God that it appears. I do think that if it does appear, let me look it up one more time. Sozu Starberry. It doesn't tell me that it drops Hocho for sure, but I'm hoping that it is 100%. Somehow I doubt it. Maybe I shouldn't doubt it. Maybe I should just believe in the heart of the cards. I do have a ring charge left. I could use it tomorrow in order to continue building up, like building up like an experience points buffer. I don't want to engage anything else. I don't want to clear anything else. Maybe I do want to clear something. I don't know. Like, my thought was that if I choose to just like camp this thing, that I could like play Super Nintendo games on stream, which will always be fun, right? Question mark, right? I'm asking myself, apparently. Asking myself in the affirmative. But it does behoove me to see if this thing repops at least once. So let's watch a Nintendo Direct, shall we? Oh, let me see. YouTube, @ProStoic, shameless plug. Nintendo Direct. 8 hours ago. The full presentation is 43 minutes? Holy shit. Alright, well, let's get started. Hang on. I need to make sure that I am simultaneously able to watch stuff and yet also respond to chat at the same time as needed, as desired. We'll set it to theater mode. Okay, and then I'm going to check to see what that looks like. Okay, we don't... Just relax. Okay, I need to move this a little bit. Let's do that. How do I do that? Where's my button? Right here. Okay, web browser. That's kind of good. And then we will increase the size of it a little bit. That's fine. And if it's not fine for you, all I can say is go with God. We'll pause music for a second. I said we'll pause. Thank you. And then we will play the eternal, like, single year to year and a half cycle.
And I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct.
Of just being like belted out.
And I'll also be joining.
Cynically.
That was the latest trailer for the Pokemon Violet.
Like, is it like anyone that's had familiarity
took place at a festival in the
with
countryside.
Pokemon, with the Pokemons?
While the second half seemed to be in a
Like, have they fixed the performance?
more details?
Like,
on
the
this
only way
DLC
that I could see myself
will be
ever
available
playing
in the
it,
future.
and this is with me
after
fighting
today's
every fiber of my
Nintendo
being to
Direct,
avoid
a special event will be held in
like,
Pokemon Scarlet and
and being
Pokemon
like,
Violet.
well, you know, I'm like a
We hope
PC
you'll
gamer, so it's like it's unacceptable for anything to be
Okay,
less than like 60
let's
frames
see
per
our
second.
first batch of
Even though that's not completely wrong, even though it's not on like, it's like on ancient hardware, right? I get it. But like,
and friends are spin dashing into a brand
Super
new
Mario
2D
Odyssey can run at a
side-scrolling
relatively
game,
stable
Sonic
30.
Superstars.
Why the
12
fuck
brand new
can't-
zones await.
couldn't Scarlet
Speed
and
through
Violet?
beautiful worlds as Sonic.
Or like, why is it when you
Take to the skies as
like
Tails.
move
Scale walls
more than
and
like
ride
5 feet
as
away from any
Knuckles.
kind of like
Or swing a powerful
object in the
hammer
background,
as
just like the
Amy
frame
Rose.
rate on those objects like shit its pants.
By harnessing the incredible
Down
power
to
of the
like
Chaos Emeralds,
15,
you can summon a storm of
10,
clones,
5 frames per second.
uncover hidden secrets, and so much more.
I'm gonna shut up because Sonic is on the screen, and we do
For the
love
first time
ourselves
in the
some Sonic.
series, local co-op is available
I'm
for
presuming.
up to 4
I'm assuming
players.
the people love Sonic. We get to go back to Green Hill Zone yet
Combine
again.
your powers and take on the evil Dr.
Huzzah.
Eggman when Sonic Superstars launches on the Nintendo Switch system this fall.
Ooh.
A cozy life
Just watching
is just around
very
the corner.
carefully. Is there another motherfucker in
Welcome
here?
to Palia. In this free-to-play adventure sim,
Am I crazy?
create
Who is
the
that?
idyllic life of your dreams alongside in-game characters.
Is there
and
somebody here,
players
bro?
from all over the world. Build houses.
Can I help you?
Decorate your home plot. Grow crops in your garden.
Thief
and
75?
more. Play
Can you
with
not?
other residents in online co-op or carve out your blissful life solo.
Why are you here?
And if you're eager to explore, there's
The
plenty
Hunt
of
Ho
life
Show?
beyond the village. Set
I
off
would
on a
presume.
vast journey to uncover Palia's many mysteries. Or just kick back.
We do have
and
Flash.
relax
It's not
at
the
home.
best.
How you
Like the
live is
fastest like
entirely up
grabbing
to you.
tool.
What kind of coziness will
Maybe
you
he's
choose?
also hunting for Wesps. And maybe
Palia
that's why
is
he's
free to
not like
play
in the
and
room.
launches on Nintendo Switch this holiday.
If I see the thing, I'm gonna have to grab it. And I'm gonna have to basically like blow
Ignite
every tool
your
that I
heart.
have.
The Phantom Thieves return in this tactical spin-off of Persona 5.
Let me tell you, the
Group
fact that
ends up in
Persona
an
5
unfamiliar world.
is getting as
They
much
must
love as it
join
is
forces with
nothing but a good thing.
revolutionary named
I think
Arena
that they're
to combat the armies that
like,
have taken control.
I think that they're writing it
During battle,
harder than they
assess
should
the
be.
situation and determine whether to
They're
unleash
like
an attack
really
up
milking
close,
like the
from
Persona
afar,
5.
or using a persona.
I understand why it's like chibi and stuff like that. It's not like my
Knock
favorite
enemies down
art
to
style
perform
ever.
Another action called One More.
But I do
Then
understand
surround your
why
foes and take them out with
it's being
dramatic
applied
flair
here.
using the new all-out attack, Triple Threat.
It's appealing, I
The
guess.
fusion ability from the Persona series returns, allowing you to combine personas to form
I'm assuming
other
that
ones.
the
What
cutter is like a
Arena's
15-minute
true objective, and what truths lie hidden
a
in this
15-minute
strange world.
respawn. Because this thing is still not
Revolutionary
here.
tale will ignite when Persona 5 Tactica launches
Can
on
you
Nintendo
raise this
Switch,
thief?
November 17th.
Where
Pre-orders for
are
the
they?
physical version of the game begin today. Please check your local retailers.
Raise this thief? You better not be debating me.
Step into a Saturday morning cartoon. Calling all heroes for the first-person roguelike adventure.
This better not be a debate.
Mid-Force. Enter a high
You
fantasy
better not
world
just like
inspired
make
by
me do
Saturday morning
like you probably
cartoons of
killed
the
him.
past.
Probably
It's
killed him
up
to
to
lure
you
me out of the
stop
room.
evil Daedalus from taking over, but it won't be easy. Treacherous
Oh.
tombs and cryptic castles threaten your survival. Wield medieval weapons and legendary magic. to
Maybe
smite
they are
hordes
friends.
of
Maybe I'm being
monsters. During
skeptical
each
for no
run,
reason.
You can find treasure to help
He
boost your
has a
character's
R3.
abilities, weapons, and more.
He says.
Plus, up to 4 brave heroes can share the adventure in online co-op. Drop in and out at any time as you face the
Oh
many perils
man.
ahead. By the power of teamwork.
Oh no, he's
Mid-Force
not.
launches on the Nintendo Switch system this
He's
year.
not interested in the West. Otherwise, he'd be killing them.
This Blackfest is going to be pretty sweet.
I hate that for me. I hate that for me. Charm is faster than my Flash. Charm is functionally instant. I'll come poke NM for ya, TH4. Alright. You here for the Ho Show?
The next Splatfest for the Splatoon 3 game has been confirmed. Okay, Squid.
Are you here for the Ho Show too? Like this guy could just get it. If I fail getting it the first time, I'm just gonna go level.
This Splatfest will be held during the dates shown on
I've
screen.
never been a fan of Splatoon. I understand the appeal, and it could be like a
These
skill issue type
choices
thing.
are delicious. Guide your favorite
For me,
flavor
like
to
why I don't like
victory.
it, perhaps as much as I should. Something about the control scheme
Get
was just
splatting in
very
game battles with
unpleasant for me.
challenges. More Splat-tastic events are on the way. Be on the lookout for more info in the future.
Guy says I'll come poke NM for you. TH4.
That was Detective Pikachu.
The lack of voice acting is part of the experience, Doug. It's not. I reject that. I reject that notion.
What cases will Tim and this
Because that is
Pikachu
literally
solve
the
together?
experience
More info
that
will
we
be
have
revealed
had
in the future.
by default for like
Next,
1,000
please
years.
Take a look at this.
It is such a huge cop out to say that you have to read text boxes. Here it is. Everyone, shut up. Oh my God, dude, it's here. I internally squealed when this came on. If you didn't think that Super Mario RPG was like the hypest shit when you were like a little babby, you're, first of all, go back in time and reevaluate that part of your life and then play the game. Super Mario RPG Legend of 7 Stars. The fact that this was even a thing is crazy. Look at it, it's so good. It's so good. This is about to have me acting down bad, my notes say. But when new Paper Mario, I don't trust them with Paper Mario anymore. They've just proven that they just can't do good Paper Mario anymore. 1,000 Year Door, in my opinion, the last good Pokemon. Or that's a Freudian slip. Last good Paper Mario. I don't think a good Paper Mario is ever coming again. Actually, no, I shouldn't say that because, you know, everything old is new again. So just give it, let me rephrase. Let me say this. Give me like 10, 15 years and they'll remake the very first Paper Mario. And then 3 years after that, or 4 years after that, they might make 1,000 Year Door. The music is so good in this, dude. Oh, it looks so good. Oh, they got the curtain opening mini in there too. So good. And then they replicated perfectly the, like, how it looks like on the front of the box, like in like the preview material. It is so good, dude. It's gonna be very disappointing to me when I realize that they're not gonna have any like physical editions.
Brand new graphics.
Whether you played the original game or not,
Yep, I remember that.
why not take the opportunity?
There was
to
no
jump
chained
into the
up,
very first RPG in
like
the Mario
Passion of the
series.
Christ Donkey Kong that I remember
Mr.
though.
Koizumi, that last trailer
Or
featured
was
Mario,
there?
but he's not the only one getting a game.
Huh? What do you
Oh,
mean?
did they have more? Yeah, they did have more. Past 1,000 Year Door, they did. None of them were very good. Some people say that, and I could be just be
That's
speaking
right.
completely out of turn.
Princess Peach will star as the
Some
main
people say
character
that
in a
like
brand new
Sticker
game.
Star was good,
When she steps on this particular spot
but
on
like the
stage,
most recent one that came out for the Switch
Whoa. What on
had
earth
a
is
very
happening?
cool aesthetic. Like they all look
that's all we'll
visually
show for
cool,
now. We'll share more
but it does
details
seem
at
like
later
it's a
date.
combination of them
Mr. Koizumi,
trying too
there's
hard in
actually
different
something
ways.
else.
What?
When they just like at being increasingly more reductive with like the RPG
Visually
elements.
enhanced version of
Like I
Luigi's
think that in the
Mansion
most
Dark
recent
Moon,
Paper Mario, the
originally
most
released on
RPG that
Nintendo
you got
3DS is in development.
We
was
hope you look
just
forward to seeing more of Luigi's
having
ghostly
HP,
antics.
and then that like if you could consider that to be like, you know,
Both games
an
will launch
RPG
next
mechanic. That's what they had.
Mario, Princess Peach, and Luigi. Looks like Mario fans have a lot of games to look forward to.
I don't even know what the
More
Princess Peach
details
one
will be
was.
shared in the future.
And she like all they showed was that
let's see some more
she
headlines.
got onto like a stage or whatever, and then that was it.
Become Gotham City's ultimate protector.
I also didn't play any of the Arkham Knight games. Or like the Batman. I'm not really a huge Batman person.
We have much to discuss. I want you to know the fear that is coming.
But this is just like a collection
This is the beginning of the end for you.
of
Dark
the Batman
Knight.
games.
You're all going down.
If they're able
You
to get
still
this
know how to make
to
an
run
entrance?
even
Welcome to the madhouse, Batman.
slightly
Today is the
consistently, like at a stable frame rate, above 20 frames per second on the Switch, I'll be amazed. This preview material is definitely running on modern hardware.
This place is dangerous.
There's no way it looks this good and runs fine.
Gotham would be ours.
It's just not. It's just not possible.
I believe that was the idea.
Like the miracles have been performed on the Nintendo Switch. Namely, like the fact that Witcher 3 is running literally at all on the Switch is amazing.
Don't be a stranger. You're always welcome here.
That line was funny because that's not true. Batman and the Joker are not friends. They would not hang out.
Mercenary.
Gloomhaven is good.
Lead your mercenaries through cursed dungeons in the lands of Gloomhaven. Your tactical
Everyone should play
prowess
this.
is all that stands between riches
I would recommend strongly that you only play the digital version, and not because the paper version is bad by any means. It's literally, I mean, it's just the paper version, right? It's that not only is it like it's like $150 to get like a new copy. Like on sale for me, it was like $140. And granted, I gathered a group of people together and we played the shit out of it every other day for like about 3 or 4 straight months. So we did get the mileage out of it. It's just like 100. It's a great co-op. It's extremely good co-op. It's like D&D Lite, where if you have like different classes or races, then events in the game can be influenced one way or another. But you're basically playing like, you know, a group of mercenaries that are then sorting out and go do the thing, which is 99% of the time going to be combat encounters. So there's like very, very light role play involved, but it's mostly like a tactical game. The game does allude that you don't necessarily have to help your friends out, but because it, you know, success does depend on your team doing well, you're not really benefited by screwing your friends over. So it's like, it's basically purely cooperative, but it's a great game. How do you play Just Dance on the Switch? It doesn't have a camera. I'm assuming that you have to use the cursed phone app. Which, fuck that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna use your stupid phone app.
In a world without words.
Stop trying to make me use your stupid phone app.
One day, a once peaceful realm was silenced by its king. Now, 7 wordless warriors will rise.
I'm just gonna do a quick check to see if that other individual is near or in the room.
Heroes bound by fate must work together to explore the abyss and find the secluded king. However, with its ever-changing dungeons and powerful
I feel like this is a remaster or something, but I could be wrong on that.
Will be no easy feat. Wield weapons like swords, bows.
This does make me feel bad to say, but a lot of these games look like they are mobile games that are put on the Switch.
Will help you cultivate resources and forge new items.
And then I followed up that thought with another thought, which was it probably has to. Like a lot of these games, in order to run well on the Switch, they have to like
your guide on this journey is the
they have to crunch themselves down like visually, unless they're like a first party like game where they have like insider knowledge on using, you know, every part of the buffalo, this ancient tech.
Silent Hope dives onto Nintendo Switch October 3rd. Sparks will fly in these Nintendo Switch games. Cast spells and cultivate your best life in Fae Farm.
I hate this. Anyone oppose? Anyone object to me skipping this?
Bend off.
Okay, I'm just gonna do it. This is now tyranny.
Action with Hot Wheels Unleashed 2.
I am not a Fae Farm stan.
Vehicles and pull off outrageous stunts to avoid
it's like one of my Japanese enemies.
and knock your rivals out of the way.
I am okay
Unleash your
not knowing what
creativity
Fae
by
Farm is.
modifying your vehicles and building your own tracks. Race locally with friends in split-screen co-op.
That's kind of cool.
Plus, up to 12 players can hit the track online. Grab the wheel when this
No Crash
game
Team
speeds
Racing,
onto
but
the Nintendo Switch system October 19th.
I could see if that was put in front of me.
Get your chassis looking
I get a little bit of
classy
mileage
in
out of it.
Mavic Mechanics. Grab a part, fix it up, and toss it over.
What is this?
Repair vehicles quickly.
Is this the
to
same
earn
game?
points in solo play or
What is this?
But watch out for treacherous pits, pesky UFOs, and other
No.
workplace
No.
pre-order
Stop.
DLC for Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
Interesting.
Mario and friends journey to a musical planet
I'll leave this on. This can stay.
filled with new areas to explore and new enemies to battle.
It's kind of shocking to me how popular the Mario vs. Rabbids thing is.
This new DLC,
Apparently the
Last
first
Spark
game did
Hunter,
phenomenally well,
launches
like better
later
than
today.
any
A
projection
demo
would
of
have
the
you
main
believe.
game is available now on Nintendo eShop.
I will not be purchasing this because as much as I love the idea of a tactical Mario like RPG, pseudo RPG, I don't like rabbits. Not a fan of rabbits. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they eat. I don't know where they sleep. I don't care.
You intend to take arms
Rabbids. It's like they're like it's like a character or like characters that were made by this company called Ubisoft that are basically like crazy rabbits. Like that's the shtick. They're like minions. They're like if minions were rabbits.
You're going to have to become a monster wrangler.
This looks neat. Anything that's Dragon Quest related, I'm a big fan of. And this also reminds me of all things of Jade Cocoon, where you can slap together monsters of different descriptions in order to make like hybridized ones. Azure Dreams too. Neat. It looks like a neat game. I don't know if it's like an instant pickup for me, but it seems fine.
So-called hero is here.
Oh, I'm sure that I mean, it's obvious that that character has some kind of relevance to Dragon Quest. I don't know what it is.
Square Enix.
Seems fine. Seems good.
What kind of journey will you take to become the master of monster kind? Please be on the lookout for more info in the future.
I'm presuming the same one that everyone
We have
else is
more
going to be
news
on.
a certain game with plant-like creatures.
Oh, here it is. The Pikmans.
Welcome to the Rescue Corps. As its newest recruit, you'll venture to a mysterious planet with all sorts of life forms. There, you'll meet plant-like creatures called Pikmin. And the adorable
Was that
rescue
like a whole ass house?
Good boy.
Just then? Is it like
Your
canon? I
mission,
mean,
should
this
you
could
choose
count as
to
spoilers.
accept
I don't know.
Repair the damaged Rescue Corps spaceship and
Is it
save
canon
any
for like?
castaways you find.
Did you ever play
All right,
Overlord?
let's
I
explore
didn't, but I've seen enough like walkthroughs of it to basically have played it myself.
Plucked, Pikmin are ready for
But like, I'm sure that you're gonna allude
Blow your whistle
to
to gather them
like
and have
gathering
them
the goblins
follow
together
you.
to go do stuff.
Throw
But then
your
it's not
little
you
bugs
that's
at
attacking.
things,
It's like
and they'll
the
start working
goblins.
for you.
Right.
Ochi will also prove to be a great canine companion. He can carry items with Pikmin, or smash obstacles in your way. And if you need a flotation device,
So that kitchen makes it
there you
seem
go. Ochi can even stand up to the wildest creatures.
makes it seem like the
Collect lots of treasures scattered around the planet to
Like
fix
this
the
takes
spaceship's
place on
radar
Earth?
and open up new
Like Welcome to
areas to
Earth?
explore.
how this guy is doing.
Exploration
He's
isn't limited to
saying
the
that he's
surface,
not
though.
here for the
Why not take
Hocho,
the
but I
plunge
can't imagine he's.
underground?
There's no way he's
Here,
not.
a
He's gonna.
completely different
Maybe he's
environment
helping
awaits.
Dark Souls stuff. I don't know.
Unusual contraptions.
It doesn't feel good to like not trust people in this game, but like if I invite him, there is a chance that he could lot on the Hocho if we do get it.
Castaways too.
It's really fun kids game. I don't remember Pikmin 3, but Pikmin 1 and 2 were great as a kid.
This leafy individual just nabbed the
That's what I've heard,
castaway.
is that the people literally cannot have enough
for
Pikmin.
A Dandori battle. Embrace the art of Dandori.
I mean, it looks cool.
Strategically issuing commands to your Pikmin and Ochi.
It looks great.
Collect more objects than your opponent within the time limit.
And it makes me kind of
win,
sad that I don't have the same nostalgia. There's not a lot of games that are like that.
You'll be able to do more
like
activities
this.
back at base camp, which is right next to your spaceship. Train Ochi and teach him new skills.
Is there also like a little dog companion in the other games, or is this new?
Exploration more manageable. For the first time in the Pikmin series, you can eventually set out for night expeditions. But there's a catch. Nightfall sends creatures into a frenzy, so stay alert.
Oh my god.
Thankfully, you'll come across the new Glow Pikmin, which only appear at night.
Legitimately terrifying.
Find luminals that produce valuable glow sap.
That's
These
terrifying,
mounds
dude.
Also attract various wildlife, so use Glow Pikmin to drive them away and protect the luminals. Many more surprises await on this uncharted planet. But with the Pikmin and Ochi by your side,
I need the house
no
explained to me.
challenge is too big.
Because I had presumed that this
Or
was like
too
Pikmin
small.
took place on like an alien planet. Unless
Pikmin 4.
this is like a very small race of people.
In past Pikmin games, you had to return to your spaceship before sundown. However, in this latest entry, you can now
And somebody
venture
could,
out
you
at
know,
night.
just as easily say to me, like, calm down, Sweaty, it's literally
We hope
just
you
a
can
video
lead
game.
Pikmin on your expedition.
Try not to think about it so hard. I literally
We
cannot.
have even more Pikmin news to share.
I can't help it.
HD versions of the first two Pikmin games, originally released on Nintendo GameCube, will launch on Nintendo eShop later today.
Honestly, never really learned the lore for that game.
Plus, ahead of the game's release,
I mean, that would
a
make
demo
sense.
of
They don't really
Pikmin 4
talk in the
will be
game, right? They
available
just
on
do like
Nintendo
Simlish,
eShop on June 28th.
probably.
The demo can be enjoyed
Or
even if you've
Pikminish,
never played
rather.
a game in the Pikmin series before, so we hope you'll try it out when it releases.
Nope, Tom Berry Cutter again.
Let's see a few more headlines.
We're gonna give him one more chance to appear.
The renowned series of stealth action games is infiltrating Nintendo Switch. As
If this
Metal
fucking Tom
Gear
Berry doesn't
Solid
appear,
Master
the
Collection
next
Volume
time
1.
we're gonna look for a
This
party.
compilation includes Metal Gear Solid.
I'm willing to spend
Infiltrate
45
and regain
minutes trying to get
control
this
of
thing.
Shadow Moses Island. Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty. Locate and retrieve a deadly amphibious weapon. Metal Gear Solid 3: Snake Eater.
It's climate change.
Survive the jungle and confront your former
Metal
mentor.
Gear.
You can also
Dummy
enjoy the
dick.
games that started the series, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2: Solid Snake, as well as the NES versions of both Metal Gear and Snake's Revenge. This compilation also contains the first Metal Gear Solid digital graphic novel. And
Oh my god, dude. That's what I've been waiting for.
includes screenplay books
No, I'm
and
sure that's
master
exciting.
books with story and character info, strategy guides for each game, and a digital soundtrack. Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1 launches on Nintendo Switch
Volume
October
1?
24th.
Interesting.
Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
That
The first
predicates
three
that there's
Metal
going to
Gear
be more than
Solid
one
games
volume.
will also be available separately on Nintendo eShop. It's time to survive. Steel thyself.
Yes, we know what Vampire Survivors is. I'm gonna skip this. I'm sorry.
Nintendo music and pigeons? Sounds pretty cool. You're a pigeon. Yeah, you heard that right. Play online in this rhythm battle royale and aim to be the last bird standing. Up to 30 players can ruffle each other's feathers in musical minigames.
What the fuck is this?
Copy the leader's actions perfectly in Yes, Commander.
Like WarioWare, but for pigeons.
Play music in First Piano Shooter. Race and fly to the
Put the Super Mario RPG remake back on.
And more. With over 20 mini games, you're in for an
I forgot. I'm trying to kill this.
time. Get ready to shake those pigeon tails when Headbangers Rhythm Royale bops its way onto Nintendo Switch October 31st.
It looks neat. I'm almost assuredly not going to pick it up, but it looks neat.
Yo! Penny is on the run, entangled in a chaotic audition that veered way off script. She's managed to make some powerful enemies and a newly animated friend. In this
That's on Barcode. That might be worth something.
From the team behind Sonic Mania.
Maybe not. Maybe that's
the bright
Copium.
and colorful world of Macaroon. And help Penny and Yo-Yo escape the clutches of the grouchy Emperor Eddie. Perform stylish acrobatic tricks to avoid Eddie's massive horde of pushy penguins. And power up Yo-Yo to protect Penny from foul play. You can also put your speedrunning skills to the
now I get what the
test in
tagline
Tournament
means, because it's like Ready, Set, Yo. It's in like Ready, Set, Yo-Yo. Because that's our primary tool. I get it. That's kind of funny.
When Penny's Big Breakaway launches on Nintendo Switch.
I'm not like exhaling out of my nose or anything, but that's kind of, I could see the humor in that.
Rev up for Wave 5.
God, they're just...
A brand new course is racing into Wave 5 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
How about we focus less on Mario Kart and more on Super Paper, not Super Paper Mario. Wow, that's a Freudian slip. On Super Mario Party, right? That's what it was called. It's been so long. Like, you could make like 1,000 DLC boards for that game, and people would buy it instantly, including myself. But like, all of their marketing budget for Mario spin-offs are focused
Booster Course Pass DLC
almost
for the Mario
entirely
Kart 8 Deluxe game
fucking Mario Kart, man.
this summer. Active Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack members can enjoy this DLC at no additional cost. The DLC can also be purchased on its own.
Yeah.
Two worlds, one fateful encounter. A remake of the second Star Ocean game, complete with new graphics that fuse 2D and 3D, is on the way.
This looks amazing.
After a mission goes
visually,
wrong,
it
Federation
looks incredible.
Officer Claude is stranded on an undeveloped planet. There, he meets Reyna, who possesses mystical powers.
Like
Was it fate or mere coincidence? Soon after,
they have fucking voice acting in this remake. Why can't Pokemon have voice acting?
RPG, select either Claude or Reyna as your hero.
I feel Mario Kart is a co-op game,
You'll also
and I'm not sure I could play it any other way. Yeah,
from all walks of life. During your adventure, the hero
I agree with that.
And the decisions you make.
I definitely think that you get more mileage. It is hard to find friends that have comparable skill levels, because when someone is good at Mario Kart, like, they are typically very good at Mario Kart and will not hesitate to push your shit in.
Include stunning enemies with chain attacks. And having allies not in your current party unleash follow-up attacks. Letting you map out strategic battles.
You can see the frame rate drops a little bit here.
As you search for a way home, an ancient prophecy will unfold, and your destiny will be awakened.
Did they remake the first Star Ocean game?
Star Ocean: The Second Story Arc, launching on Nintendo
Switch,
November 2nd.
I guess I have the ability to look it up, but you know, I'm kind of doing a thing right now.
Time to move it. Wario
My grandparents had a Super Nintendo up north, so whenever all of us got together, the younger cousins would play on it.
Micro game mayhem in the latest
Hell yeah, brother.
WarioWare game. Hold two Joy-Con controllers, then action.
I'm glad that Wario is getting some love here.
Move your body to take on a flurry of lightning-fast micro games. What you do and how you move depends on the micro
What
game.
is that?
React quickly with the right movement, and you'll be on the road to victory.
Wario entails like a
of
certain like
controllers, play with a friend
blend
in
of
local
curse
co-op.
and cringe
Sync up your
that
actions to beat each microgame.
I identify with on a
Plus, up to
spiritual
4
level.
Players can live it up across various mini games in party mode. For example, this dicey board game is going to keep you on your toes. Get your body
Just like
moving
this look at it.
in over 200 lightning fast micro games. In
It's like
WarioWare,
unsettling,
Move It, launching on the Nintendo Switch
slightly
system
unsettling,
November 3rd.
a little eerie,
Pre-orders begin today
bizarre.
on Nintendo eShop.
I love it. Play WarioWare on the, oh god, what was the handheld thing we used to play on?
Why aren't you
Probably
saying anything?
DS, I'm assuming.
He was so into it.
Because God
I
help you
didn't
if any
want to
Nintendo
interrupt.
originated
Anyway,
products would appear on
this
anything
is
else.
the latest WarioWare game. You'll use your entire body to strike different poses and complete microgames. We have
That
a
looks
few more
interesting.
things to share.
Families can join the fun at Nintendo Live 2023.
Oh my god.
Play games, enjoy live performances, take photos with some of your favorite
Oh
characters.
my god, it's really
and
Mario.
more. Plus, cheer on your favorite players in 2 championships.
I wonder if the actor's in there.
Eligible attendees can also compete in on-site tournaments and participate in a last chance qualifier. This all-ages celebration is free and will take place September 1st through 4th in
It's
Seattle,
free?
Washington. Registration for Nintendo Live 2023 ends
Did
June
they say it was
22nd.
free?
Head over to the official website and enter the random drawing for a chance to receive tickets.
If they said it was free,
PAX
that's
West badge
insane.
holders interested in attending can visit the official PAX West website for more details.
Maybe it's
Those
part of like a
not
larger
selected will
event,
have another chance to
and like they
attend
sell
with
tickets for the
3
larger
challenge
event.
cups this summer. The top 10 players from each will get tickets. Please visit the official website for more details.
That's the only way I could see
you
that
there.
happening. There's no way that's like
A
it might
vast
be
number
free,
of
but
players
like
are enjoying their time in Hyrule in The Legend of Zelda.
the things that they
Tears of the
sell at the
Kingdom,
event are probably
which
going to be like
released last month.
4 or 5 times more
Thank you all
expensive than they
very
should be
much.
to make up the difference.
An amiibo figure of Link from the game was released to coincide with
Yay.
the game's launch.
More
New
plastic
amiibo
tat.
of
Let's
Zelda
go.
And Ganondorf are planned to be released this holiday. We hope you're looking forward to
We
them.
love it.
Okay, this next
What's this guy
segment will be
doing?
our last announcement.
Can you not
Please take a look.
go away? just go away. I don't know if you can see what I'm seeing right now.
Onward and upward.
Hate Beastmasters and their stupid face. Look at him. I don't know if you can. I don't even know if I'm blocking the screen or not. Oh, you can literally have no frame of reference for what I'm talking about. Maybe at the corner there. I do like the fact that it looks like I'm watching it. I mean, I am literally watching it in real time. Like me, like represented here. It's like I'm right there, like next to you. Holding your hand, touching your face. Go away. Stop getting closer. Why are you like this? You weren't even here. If the cutter appears, I'm gonna let him kill the cutter. Don't even give a shit. It looks fine. So it's like a classic co-op Mario 2D side scroller.
Whoa, Zowie!
What, dude? No.
That Goomba looks so. Well then.
No. What is this, dude? There's so much art
That
is
was
gonna
the
be made
brand
out of
new
that.
2D side-scrolling Mario game, Super Mario Brothers Wonder. When you touch a Wonder Flower, expect the unexpected. The ground could start moving.
Why did he
or you
turn
might
into a
turn
big
something
elephant?
different, for example.
There were also flowers talking. Daisy is playable.
Why did this
Mario
guy
became
have
an
to
elephant
appear
at the end.
here?
A lot of things happen.
Man,
We'll share more details in the
Just
future,
go
so
away.
we hope you'll look forward to it.
I've not been here
That's
literally
all
for 30
today's
minutes just so you can.
Nintendo Thank you for watching.
Mommy Toad and Daddy Elephant love each other very much. Yeah, why did he get so big? There's 1,000 memes are gonna appear overnight. Alright, let's turn the music back on. Regardless of what happens, if this thing appears or if it doesn't, if a cutter appears, which I have to kill in order to get the thing to spawn, then I'm not gonna kill it. I'm just gonna leave. Like, just go away. Just go away. We could take turns. You know that I've been here already. Like, there's no way that I can hamstring this dude. So, well, the issue, if you're not familiar, is that this dude has access to something called Charm, which he normally is used in order to grab monsters. Or to, like, you grab monsters, make them your friend, to make them fight other monsters. It also is quasi-instantaneous in claiming shit. So, I can't, because he's not within... Tell him to respect the queue. Well, the thing is that he's not doing anything wrong. There is a mechanic that has been added to this server called Claim Shield. I don't know Claim Shield is active on this server, or not on the server. I mean on this monster that I'm trying to get to appear. If he and I, according to the game, like, aggro's the thing, like does a thing to it in order to get to turn to us. It basically does like a hidden lottery in the background that then determines who gets it, like who owns the monster. His, like, the tools that I have, I need to survive. It's like there's nothing that I can do that's instant. The closest thing to an instant thing that I have is a spell called Flash, because his name implies is very fast, but it's not instant fast. So not only do I have to, my reaction time has to be better than him, and I also have to be like, I basically have to like have a lead of like 2-3 seconds in spotting it. So it's just like this mini game that I'm randomly remembering from Kirby Superstar, where it's like Samurai Showdown, I think it's called, where you're supposed to, like, the moment, trying to get Hocho, but I'm gonna give up if it doesn't pop. Okay, thank God he's going away. So apparently he's just leading his... He's just leading his friends through the missions that are involved here. This is also why I don't like hunting NMs, like notorious monsters, like the special monsters. One, because it's inherently annoying. Because you're basically waiting on a chance, and then you fight the thing, and then there's another chance after that to actually get the thing that you want. If I head there, I think you could kill the Dragoon AF head in him for me. I should be able to do stuff to it, sure. I don't know if I'll kill it. If we'll be able to kill it, I don't know much about it. If the wiki says that it should be killable, Frib is lying. If the wiki says that it should be killable by A75, it should be no problem. But it's also like if you have competition, it means that you are basically like glued to your screen. Because you need to like react, because you might be sweaty, but there are people that are yet sweatier than you, no matter what game it is. There's someone out there that by some margin, some percentage, is sweatier than you. It might not be by a lot. Like if you schedule out your poops and you're just like on the reg, you're just like, mom, bathroom, and stuff like that. Mom, hot pockets. Like it's like there's not going to be many people that are sweatier than you, but there might be one out there that's like 0.001% sweatier. It's it's in parentheses. How the fuck did you hear that? Hello, Yame. I've made your link shell angry by insulting Fabrizzo's honor. If they have a, because like he was trying to like talk me up. Tonberry Cutter, I'm out. Actually, no, I'm not out. I need to wait for Gavlin. Oh yeah, I will help then. Where the fuck is the Dragoon? I'm not mean to him. I'm not being actually mean. It'd be very strange for me to be actually mean, and typically that would mean that it's also not me that's at the helm. It's someone else that's like taken on my likeness. So basically, if I start being like actually mean to people, that means that something's fucked and that you need to kill whatever it is that's like wearing my face. Dragoon AF head. I guess I should be more specific. There are Dragoons literally all across the Final Fantasy fandom. That also doesn't help me. How about just Dragoon Final Fantasy 11? That also doesn't help. Okay. Final Fantasy 11 Classic. 11 Classic. Scroll down to... You can just see it, it's fine. I don't have anything particularly weird or outlandish on my screen right now. You can see it. The Draken Armet. Draken D's nuts across your face.
I'm sorry.
Oh man, muscle reflex building time. Shout out Yame Cat. Yame Cat is a relentlessly funny person who I enjoy interfacing with very much whenever she's online. So you should like go over to her channel and like follow and subscribe and stuff. Like however much money that you have on your person or digitally, you should just dump straight into her bank account. I guess is like the natural, you know, it might be a little bit of a slippery slope. You could probably take it easy at first and then ramp up, like as like very poggy moments are happening on her screen, like when she remembers to refresh Scythius. That's always a cause for celebration. And well worth reinforcing. We'll also do a shout out for Reese Wasabi. Reese is also a very cool individual, and you should definitely also follow him. Like, just do the thing, like the link is there and everything. Never remember, always leave my tank with 0 MP. Trust me, we all see it, and we literally never forget. Alright, I need to actually see where Gavlin is. Gavlin wheels, Gavlin deals. He actually invited me. I don't know where this thing is, but point it at me and I should, and I will kill it. Rest in pepperonis, my friend. What is the... Wyvern uses breasts more effectively. Offensive Wyvern will use Elemental Breath to exploit a monster's weakness. I'm guessing that there's a RNG chance that it will just use whatever element seems good otherwise. Ayame, did you play Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars for the Super Nintendo? If you didn't, I will accept your resignation post-haste. If you did, our acquaintanceship remains intact. Gavlin says he does. I gotta write up the resignation. Well, actually, you will have a chance. It's going to be releasing in November 17th. Save the date. It is probably like nostalgia is doing a lot of the legwork for me, and getting me excited for a remake of the 1996 cult classic Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. But when that game comes out, kind of similar to how I feel about Armored Core, I'm going to take the well, I have to see if it's digital or if it's physical or not. I think Gavlin just passed me on account of the dragon or not. If they do have a physical version, after I'm done playing the game and beating it and exploring all of its, you know, secrets, new and old, I'm going to systematically pulverize the cartridge, and bear with me here, this is going to go somewhere, I promise, with a mortar and pestle, and then I'm going to inject it into my bloodstream so that it can be a part of me forever, right before I die, because I don't know what kind of chemicals go into like making a cartridge, but you know, they probably were not intended for that purpose. I haven't played many Nintendo games. My tank showed up out of nowhere. I'm surprised. I just figured that it was like a rite of passage for, you know, being on this planet, that you would play like X number of Nintendo games. Oof, Tonberries, evil little things. Also, hello. Hi, Iotaku. I almost butchered the crap out of your name. How you doing? Thank you for chatting. Oh, I'm being prepositioned to open the door. Let's go. I don't even know what monster this is. I was killing Tonberries before to try to get the Hocho cooking knife for ninjas to spawn. Sadly, no. Is this a bee? I remember this being a bee. If it's anything but a bee, I'm gonna have a hard time bee leaving it. Is this a thing? I'm assuming it's a thing. Or are we just clearing? Might just be clearing.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
No, you stink. This is the part where I lose my mind on stream. Robot streamer has mild mental breakdown live in front of a studio audience.
Help me.
Forefathers, one and all, bear witness!
Branding Iron. Why is it called that? Is this the thing? It's probably not. We're probably just clearing the area. Why is Dragoon shit here? Like, is there a lore reason for Dragoon stuff to be in here? Checking out some Horizon streams, considering transferring over from Eden, because meh. I was a big Eden stan and migrated over here, if only because that's where the population was, and was also where my nephew went. My nephew and I are functionally, effectively, high-key or low-key brothers. So wherever he ultimately goes in this game, so do I. But this is the last time, because I played on retail and I got way more, like an incredible amount of stuff on Eden, and I told myself I would never restart again, and there I was starting over on Horizon, offering no assurances at all to my nephew that I was going to be able to power through it again. I said I'll give it a chance, and there I was yet again over the span of double decades, going outside and killing some bees. And then I was like, this is fine, I'll just get my sub job and then see how I feel about it. And then it went from me getting to my sub job to me getting Chocobo license to me getting rank 6 to me unlocking Paladin to me taking Paladin to 75 to me going into Ukalepi to kill what I'm convinced is a bee so that it drops the headpiece for Dragoon, so that just by wearing it his knowledge of like monster weaknesses is gonna transfer to his little dragon baby or some shit. I done fucked up earlier with the rune blade. Latent draws 4 MP a tick. Yeah, all rune stuff does that. Even there's like rune arrows, I believe. I don't know how it's supposed to work with the arrows. Like, I guess just having them equipped on your person is what does it. Oh, I'm late here. Oh, are there multiple dudes here? Are these guys it? Why did I think it was a bee? There's not that bee related. So were you rune weapons or shit then? So were you not able to here, I'll swap. Do I have anything else? I'll invincible here. I don't care. I'll wait for him to do something and then I'll chain off of it. Rune weapons, like, okay. I don't even know if I finished the thought. Like, were you able to refresh? Are you able to counter the MP loss at all? It's like I know that there's a way to mitigate like the rune weapon drop off, and the crazy thing is that it is a psychopathic endeavor, let me tell you, to get the rune weapons, I think. Which makes it crazy that like if you just look at their latent effects, like they seem really strong, but they have to be strong in order for you to tolerate you know, getting drained like 4 plus MP a tick. Refresh it, fuck all for the 4 MP a tick. Okay. Oh, you were dual wielding rune weapons? Yeah, that'll get you. For sure. I need to be taking this fight more seriously. And by take it more seriously, I mean I'm not at all. I should though. But once one of these things dies, it's not gonna be that bad. This guy is fucking critting me like crazy though. I hate that. Why don't we do the smart thing and put some shadows up? You get them from Strange Apparati. Only one rune blade, LMAO. I didn't buy 2 of them. Rune, although draining my MP was rude. That's a big agree. We are gonna level after this. I've convinced myself. I could, like, the thing that makes most sense, and is what I'm gonna have to do, is I'm gonna have to transfer over my macro sets over to my laptop so that while I'm definitely working, I can kill the Tonberries reliably and not feel afraid that, because like navigating menus and shit like that might be too much if I need to actually focus on work, of course. On the game. I'm not gonna be focusing on the game, I'm gonna be focusing on the work. But when I do need to focus incidentally on something that is not work related and is neighboring me in some fashion, then I'm gonna want to have, you know, all the bits and pieces that, you know, are gonna make me Rafflecopter the NM into oblivion. I'm gonna need that for me. Working hard, Peepo G loading. This guy seems... Did this motherfucker just evasion down me? This guy needs to calm down. Calm down, Sweaty. You're an artifact armor NM. You're not the chosen one. These things count as Fomors? Do they build Fomor hate? Iotaku says, I played retail from PS2 launch till the Abyssea Plague struck, moved to Eden, got tired of slowing because I have no friends. Considering Horizon, so probably the same thing can happen. I would say that hands down, no copium involved. It now is literally the best time to get back into Final Fantasy XI. I'm assuming he's checking a question mark symbol right now. Horizon has between, like, at low points, like 1,300 to at high points 2,500 people. You'll see the trend upward into the 2000s on a regular basis after 5 o'clock EST. On weekends, it hovers regularly above or at 2,300. Congratulations, did you get it? The Horizon launcher makes it like piss easy for you to get in and start doing the things. Unlike Eden, where granted, getting into Eden wasn't hard, but you did have to use the arguably spooky looking, like ASCII art looking MF like pop-up thing that made it feel like you were hacking your own hardware or permitting something else to. The Horizon at least is something that most people will be able to recognize and feel relatively safe with. You don't need a code from a player to make an account. No, you can just do it. There are some restrictions that you should be aware of. The first is, which might not even apply to you if you just don't care. What day is the Bastok missions? Let me see. Hang on one sec, Iotaku. We're doing 6-1 through 7-2, 8P, EST, 623, and then 8-1 through 9-2, 8P, EST, 624. But there are definitely going to be stragglers, so it's probably gonna be more like 8:30 p.m. Lots of people stop at rank 6, but it's like 250 free, 250k free just for doing the missions, which is like in and of itself, it's like very convincing. But no, you don't need a code from anyone. You just need to make the account. The thing that I was going to finish with was saying, you can only ever operate one character. On Eden, you could dual box, right? That's not a thing here. In fact, they're so, and the reason on paper, the biggest reason on paper, is because they want you to be more or less forced to have like as OG of an experience as you can even including the era plus tweaks that they've made, which have all been very rational in my personal opinion. But yeah, it's great. If you don't care about dual boxing, there's way more than enough people to get anything done. Everyone is extremely friendly. I've only met like maybe 3 or 4 people that I would classify as like toxic assholes. Poop schedulers, as it were. You know, the kind of person that like basically is like, hey, kid, like I'm a warrior at like level 20, but like I identify as like a level 70 damage dealer. I didn't expect that I would be asked to tank, so like, can you lend me your shield? Oh, here's 5,000 gil as like a holdover for you to just like, for you to hold onto as like like collateral, just in case you don't get your shield back. But if I give you my shield, if I give you your shield back, I expect the 5,000 back. And I am taking screenshots of this whole conversation. Like people like that. There's only maybe like 1 out of like 500 people that's actually like that. Thank God. Trusts don't exist. Don't know if they do on Eden. No trusts. They do have the follower system, or at least did. I don't know how far along it was, but they did. They either did have it or they were working on it. But basically, like the NPCs that you had to train, like from nothing. Like they had no brain. They had no brain. You had to like give them all their equipment, or at least like give them like a copy of your equipment. Gavlin's saying it's a Friday, so it should not be an issue. I'm all set unless you need help with your NM. Nope, I'm good. Just talking in my stream chat. I appreciate it, though. I'm a warp out. So yes, as someone that had to endure starting from scratch all over again, I can confidently say that Horizon is worth your time. I believe that the dev team knows what they're doing. There's nothing that stands out to me as like a decision that they made that was like bad. Like any decision that I might have some like misgivings about, it's always been with the caveat of me thinking to myself, I understand why they did it. And even though it's not my preferred thing, I can rationalize why they would approach it that way. One example that I can give you is like this changes to the elements of some weapon skills. Seemingly like 1 or 2 scythe weapon skills, and like a whole bunch, at least it seems to me, of axe weapon skills. Why? I don't know, because fuck me, that's why. If I'm the party leader trying to coordinate, you know, skill chains, I can't just like use a ye old calculator from 2009 or like a, heaven forbid, like a fucking flowchart in order to figure stuff out. Maybe there's like a super specific reason why they did it with those weapon skills. Like maybe there was some kind of like combination, some skill chain that was so oppressive and invasive at some part of the game that they were like, this is the only way that we can deal with this is but just by making people like completely unable to like completely unable to like parse or like plan ahead for to like combining like the 2 weapon skills together. I don't know what the reason was, but yeah. One big takeaway that's going to be a hard pill for somebody to swallow that's getting into this is that unlike Eden, where you basically, as far as I remember, outside of like doing like MogSafe expansions, you had like wardrobe 1 and 2 basically unlocked from the beginning, if I remember correctly. Like all 80 slots or something like that. Maybe you had to do like a quest or something. On here, they make you earn it. So like you do start with like wardrobe slots after you get past like some, you know, beginnerish steps in the game, like rank 3 or something like that. but you have to earn the rest of your slots over time. And what that does is that it pushes you into completing story content that you otherwise may have never touched. Like, and me included. I never went past rank 6, either on retail or Eden. The reason why I'm pushing so hard in order to get my link shell and to try to help other, you know, fast token, because unfortunately vanilla is just like a, after rank 6, like your Nation Allegiance missions like are only ranking you up. You like, yeah, Sandorians can help you with like the different poppable NMs, like boss fights that appear in the world that you have to do as part of your vanilla missions, but like they can't take that experience and it directly translates to, oh, I'm also rank 7 now from doing that. Which I get, it's like lore reasons and shit like that. I effing hate that. Wish I didn't have to do any story. Yeah, it's not going to be everyone's thing. That's definitely falls into the category kind of like explained before, where it's like I'm not like the biggest fan of that, but I understand why they did it. And if they were trying to get me like into the list of like, please invite me for XYZ thing to do these things for the sake of like wardrobe slots, if nothing else, they succeeded. Like, I'm doing it. Like they forcibly increased the population that would be available for things like that. So I understand it. I don't like it. But I understand it. Get this shit off me. So we're gonna flag up now. Edit comment. Let me make sure that that's right. Level 67 party, please. Experience friendly meat shield. Camp anything. That looks good. You are more than welcome, if you so choose, Iotaku, if you are still here, to follow me by clicking the purple follow button below. Anytime that you want to ask me literally anything, anytime, I will give you as much information as I'm certain of. It literally does not bother me in any way. Let's swap out our other BS here. Put the mermaid ring back on. Put the shield blocking shoes back on. We'll set this as our default equip set that we always go back to. What about features? I know they're pre-Treasures of Ottergon for now anyway. No crystal warps and such. Is level sync a thing? Level sync is a thing. I'm going to put a link in chat that I do recommend you looking at, because it's going to answer most of those similar questions that you have. I don't believe that there's been any significant changes from the website that I'm going to be showing you at Iotaku. So that is a breakdown of, from the devs themselves, like when the server was first about to launch, that explains in detail what differences you can expect for Horizon versus other private servers or retail. Level sync is in the game. You can be a level sync, or you can be a level 75 that syncs down to level 10 if you so desired.
And reclusive. This man is more dangerous than he seems.
Oh, thank you for following. I appreciate that. I'm actually gonna, there's an ad that's supposed to start in 3 minutes. I'm gonna push it out and like push it out to like 15 minutes, which is in my limited powers to do. All hail Bezos. You can be a level 75 sinking down to level 10. They don't want you to do that. They want you to, for multiple reasons, kind of like in the same way that Eden wanted you to use equipment that is current to your level. It's the same thing here. Your level doesn't sink down in any way like it did on retail, or at least how I remember it. The way that you are penalized, so to speak, for sinking down too low is that they give you an experience points penalty if you get past more than 10 levels beyond your whatever your level sync target is, and that is like 2.5% of a penalty per level, caps out at 50%. The idea being is that they want like an even distribution at least this is my take on it, they want an even distribution of everyone across all levels and zones and stuff like that. They don't want to prohibit you from using level sync to stay in like a preferred area, but they don't want you to ling in perpetuity on that area. They also don't want to outright forbid you from getting any benefit at all from syncing down to like level 10 or something, because then, you know, if you're like me, where I was helping out a friend of mine learn the very beginnings of the ropes in the game, I sank myself down and got maybe like, for every like 150 experience that the party got, I got like 75. Which is fine. I wasn't there to get experience, so like, them's the breaks. I get it. That's another one of the systems that like, it makes sense to me why they would approach it that way. I feel like maybe they could push it to like level 15, even though or 15 sinks down before you start getting penalized. But I don't think that it's going to make any appreciable difference, honestly. One big thing, probably the biggest thing that I could say to you that is different from Eden, is that Eden had a dedicated development team. I don't think that any of us can argue that. Horizon has in my opinion, an equally as dedicated development team. Eden was not able, as from what I remember, please correct me if I'm wrong, Eden was not able to get Garrison working. It just would not work. They were able to get Garrison working on here. They have said that once Treasures of Aht-Urhgan releases, Besieged, if you can believe it, is going to be in there day one. And based off of streams and stuff that I've watched that Horizon developers have been, you know, doing like the coding thing, they are going to make it so that all the ranks and stuff like that for like Treasures of Aht-Urhgan are going to be in the game. The impression that I'm getting is that when they say that they're going to release Treasures of Aht-Urhgan, which in my personal impression, based off of no factual on-hands knowledge, mind you, is that it's probably going to come out in maybe like 5 or 6 months. That is purely a gut feeling. But when they do, my impression is that it's going to have everything. If they have fucking Besieged in there, they have to be ready. They have to be prepared to do like everything else. They don't scale equipment, weird flex, but okay. I imagine that is purely because they want people's economic output and like crafting and stuff like that to be applicable to all levels. I think that Eden did the same thing, if I remember right. I don't think Eden had scaling equipment. I'm pretty sure. No, I'm almost certain they didn't. Besieged, yes please. Yes, please. The most chaotic shit known to man, where like you just, even though you could only see like 10 to 15 models max around you, you could tell and you could feel that everyone was panicking, everyone was dying. And it was just like, it felt like you were in an actual like combat situation where like you could, like, it was all you could do to spam like cure 5s in order to keep one of the serpent generals alive, so that you didn't have to like rescue like the cooking synth support dude. You know, and like my beloved blue mage, my main is trapped there on Treasures of Aht-Urhgan Island. Server lag may be hell at first. Hope they realize what they're getting into. You may or may not be aware, at one point when Horizon launched, they were able to keep the servers stable at about 5,000 people. And when I say stable, I'm using the very technical sense of the word, and that it wasn't crashing like every 10 to 15 seconds like you would expect a private server to do in that situation where you're presumably building your infrastructure around like maybe 2K people. Like, I'm sure that they were expecting like maybe 1,000, maybe 1,500, almost certainly not 5,000. It is my belief that the server is gonna see like maybe 3,500, 4,000 people at least for about a month after Treasures of Ottergon comes out. Let's do a quick search to see who is around. 67 to 75. And let me see if I can't get a party going. 68, there's a summoner there. I was concerned more about mob spawn lag. I honestly have no cause for worrying about that myself. I would think that if there was like issues with like server optimization, I think we definitely would have seen it. Besiege is going to be a thing where it's gonna cause issues probably no matter how much internal testing they do, or like invite only testing they do. There's only so much that you can reasonably try to anticipate. Party level sync 70. Yes, please. I will certainly take that. It do be a lot of load. It do be. I don't know where this individual is going to take me, but that is okay. Let me make sure that I have all of my yags and such with me. So anytime that I want, I can start yagging off in the party. I do have random BS so I can get rid of while I'm waiting for the party to build out. But yeah, impressions, consistently good. It's a great server. If you do choose to hop on it, you know, you can just reach out to me literally anytime in game and I will do my best with whatever time that I have to help like onboard you. Although it sounds like you played Final Fantasy XI recently, so I'm sure that you barely need any onboarding, if anything at all. One major change that is very positive is that they introduced like the most bare bones tutorial of all time that is important for you to know about, because as you progress the tutorial, you are given a redemption ticket to get a free experience ring once you finish it or get close to finishing it. Otherwise, you're gonna have to build up conquest points. I kind of like how they did NM Claim. That could make farmers, and namely Charybdis, less of a hellish experience, right? The whole thing where if you have multiple people that the server interprets as getting a simultaneous claim, it will basically do like a /random in the background to see who got it. Only the sweatiest of sweat lords really don't like that change. Thankfully, there aren't too many of them. They do exist because no matter how old or new a game is, there's always going to be that type of person that's around. So quick spiel, I'm a Twitch affiliate. Twitch forces all affiliates and above to run ads. I've tried to make them as painless as humanely possible by making sure that there's at least an hour of consumable stream between ad breaks that are about 90 seconds on average. They can be more, they can be less, but all I can do is just warn you when they're about to happen so that all of us collectively can just like get up, walk around, go to the bathroom, see what it's like to chew 5 gum, practice knitting, whatever it is that you choose to do during, you know, downtime on your fun screen. Anyone shout for healer in Juno? You guys good with Bibiki Bay? I am good, yes. Isn't Cordia a healer? Sushi is a healer? I mean, I get... Wait a minute, let me see if he did it. Yell healers roll. Can I have it? Experience points party. Bibiki Bay. 5-6. Tell Wam Gone Wild. Probably would help if I could spell correctly. Wild. Shouted. For the healer. Eden has nothing of the sort. I remember trying to get Traveler's Mantle with an insert vulgarity here, camping the spawn for weeks. It is like phenomenally helpful. 70. Sorry, should have included. Apparently I missed including what level it was. I'm sure that he's getting spammed right now with literally anyone that might be interested in getting a level. Yeah, I mean, that's a bit of a spur of the moment thing for me to do. So, you know, apologies. Bullshit me. First ad round is going to be in about 1 minute. And I should be able to catch it and like tell you like brace accordingly so that you know to pay explicitly no attention at all to the ads. You know, because that's what they're there for, to be ignored. The only ways to avoid ads on this platform that is getting increasingly cursed by the day is to have an effective ad block plugin or to subscribe, which is free with Amazon Prime. Is this person in danger? I don't think so. Most of my ads are cat related. That's because they know that you are with your soon-to-be cat wife? Question mark? Engagement? I don't think that you're currently, you know, unionized in holy matrimony before the eyes mind heart of Cthulhu, or whatever your chosen deity is. If you have one, even you might be like filthy atheists or something. Godless creatures. Disgusting. Ads are apparently starting soon. Brace for impact. Or don't. I'm not your dad. But they are starting momentarily. That's rich coming from a robot that doesn't even have a soul. I have loads of souls that I've collected and worked very hard for. I'll have you know. I also have a very expansive collection of human faces. I don't know why. You know, everybody's got their thing. Everyone's got their thing. As are beginning. May the odds ever be in your favor. Me too. I mean, what? You don't have to hide it. We're all friends here. He has that deranged laugh waiting. Are you guys not in AdTown? Is my ads manager lying to me? Maybe it is. Weird. Okay. I just expected you to be yeeted by now. Maybe it's lying to me. Maybe it's not synced up in any way, and I've been plotting my whole shticks around them for nothing. Oh man, that'd be crazy. What a crazy idea. Oh man, I hope I don't get any crabs on this beach. That'd be hell for me to go through. Stoic was the robotic uprising. Some have to worry about their kneecaps, other than their faces apparently. This is real human skin on my neck, and possibly other places too. Am I right? Am I right? That's right. That's right. You think about that. The hot tub stream is coming. I don't know how many points we're up to now. I think like 16,000, 18,000. I can't guarantee what I'm gonna take off, if anything, because togas are not historically good for, you know, either dealing with hot tubs. Like they probably get, you know, they probably lose some of their silkiness or whatever is the physical finger mouthfeel is of the clothes. I don't know. Hot tub stream, but robot? Lol. I'm pretty durable. I'm not like a toaster. Like I can handle it. I don't know. Silk, not linen? Do you buy togas that are not silky? I feel bad for you. You should try it. See how it moves around? You can't tell me that's not silk. Wool? No. Traditional toga was made of wool, which was thought to possess powers to avert misfortune and the evil eye. The toga praetexta, used by magistrates, priests, and freeborn youths, was always woolen. Woolworking was thought a highly respectable occupation for Roman women. I mean, you know, with that eye opener, you won't have any wool over my eyes. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, you weren't being sheepish with. Stinks! You weren't being sheepish with.
Oh man, it's senior. That guy way in the back loved it. He loves it. Oh man. If that ain't the biggest knee slapper known to man, I don't know what is. I'm also a fool.
I left my silent oils at home and my prison powders. Oh, but I have the Christmas gear. That's right. I don't even know where we're camping. I even know if I don't have to worry about it. I don't even know if we have to worry about it. Do we have to worry about it? Is he already in there? I'm already here. I'm apparently waiting on everyone else. That's fine. We'll just stare longingly at the ocean. That's okay. Well, whatever it is that I am is going in a hot tub. And it is going to push the boundaries of Twitch's tolerance for amaranth levels of, you know, of sexiness. I can assure you of that. It is gonna be so risque, maybe even a little risk B, that if you're even a little bit innocent of heart, you should probably avert your ocular membrane. Push the limitations of your own robot body. Exactly. If I wanted to make the most of the category, like if I were to switch to, I'm not going to do this by the way, but it's just funny to think about. If I were to actually switch it over to whatever the category is, like bikinis, hot tubs, just chatting, like that sort of thing, I would then need to do what they do, which I've heard about, and I of course have not experienced firsthand, where they go, okay, I'm really gonna show it. Okay, I'm gonna show you the bikini. Okay, what was that in chat? Oh my god, he did not just say that. Okay, I'm really gonna do it. I'm really gonna take it off. Okay, hang on. I just got like a text on my phone. Oh, it wasn't. It was just like a push notification. That's fine. Okay. I'm gonna do it. I'm really gonna do it. I'm really gonna do it. 5 subs and I do it. I'm just kidding. Oh my god, thank you for the 50 gifted subs, Booty Slayer 69. You know, stuff like that. Lamau, I know which girl you're talking about. That has been my purely scientific research experience to date with all of them. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how Twitch behaves over the next few months, I believe, because they have to stop the bleeding at some point. Otherwise, the entire category of bikinis, hot tubs, and just chatting is gonna fully transition over to Kick or whatever the other streaming service that is trying to make itself a thing. I can't remember what it's called. I keep forgetting, and that's also not a good sign. But like them getting Amaranth is crazy. Like they've instantly lost through their own contract terms. They've instantly lost the #1 purveyor or provisioner of high quality content such as the Watch Me Sleep, Kick is the like an alternate streaming service from Twitch that has been in existence for about 4 months. Actually, no, I don't need to do that. I don't know where we're going, so I don't want to like do anything that would cause me to lose like my sneak and invisible prematurely, because I only get 1 free one if I'm an idiot and I forget my silent oils and prison powders. Kick is owned, or is an initiative, by the crypto gambling company called Stake, if I remember right. Not the consumable Stake, like I spelled as though like a steak like through a vampire's heart or something. It is supposed to be, or at least is proposed to be, its own thing. It is functionally like a marketing arm for Stake, and that Kick, that is, because unlike Twitch, which has banned most, if not all, like gambling from its site, except paradoxically a DraftKings thing, but your mileage may vary how much you care about that. It is not prohibited on Kick. So, you know, that's probably where they're assuming, and where their bean counters are saying that they're going to be getting most of their money back from, because the split is 95-5 for revenue sources that are going into streamers on Kick, whereas right now Twitch is like 50-50. She is well loved. She's got a crazy body. Amaranth is attractive, but like she do be symmetrical. Maybe this is because I'm just an extremely strange, definitely human being. As you know, I know that this whole time, you know, I successfully tricked you into believing that I'm very normal. I assure you, I am in fact very strange. But Amaranth doesn't really do anything for me. But, you know, that just be how it goes. But there are like a not small number of people that are into her, you know, and sometimes you gotta smoke them if you got them. Yeah, not a fan. Their terms of service is a lot more lax, so there's people doing disgusting shit and getting away with it scot-free. Yes. If you have any moral misgivings about Kick, I could fully see and respect it not being your thing, and so there's no reason to go there. For a not small number of people, they do not really think about that stuff, because they're like, I'm only going to go on there to watch my preferred streamer and then leave after that. Kick is hoping, or at least I'm presuming, based off of no insider knowledge, that they are hoping that if you are already signed up and signed in, that you might glance over at like the gambling category and then get invested that way. But that's probably going to be like maybe 2% of like the throughput of all people that are in there. There's also a number of people, and I include myself at least to a degree in this camp, that see the fact that there's any alternative to Twitch at all being, in a vacuum, a good thing. Twitch is making a lot of bad decisions very rapidly, but their best chance to save themselves from self-destruction is having some kind of competitor of any description in the same space. And right now, that likely competitor seems to be Kick. For instance, going to Japan and harassing natives about things like Hiroshima. Yeah, just, you know, very on the nose. Probably not something that you should do. Whether or not you're morally bankrupt, typically a no-no. You're good. Thankfully, I have everything else that I would need in order to be successful in the party. I'm assuming that we're going to be dealing with... Oh, my dog needs food. All right, I'm gonna buy us back the 5 minutes. That I have been so graciously provided by Twitch to like push back the ad break a little bit longer. I'm going to be right back really quickly to feed my dog. I will be back in a moment. All right, let's do this and this and this. BRB. We do be back. Hello. Somebody's saying there's some kind of monster called Intulo. Better than In Too High. Final Fantasy XI Classic. I don't even know what this is. Oh, Kuraga earring. That's kind of like a snooze. Magic slacks. Enchantment Restore MP. Restores, it's a level 40 pants. Restores 30 to 40 MP with a usage time of 12 seconds. So you're basically like scooping out an ether, just like a regular ass ether from your pockets and slurping it. Kind of like, you know, except like you have like 20 of them in your pockets, so you're basically like Napoleon Dynamite, except like instead of tater tots, you have ethers, and instead of like the bully, it's like a Dark Knight. It's like, give me your ethers. That movie was kind of funny. It didn't have me like Raffle Mayoing the whole time, but you know, decently enough. It's been a while since I've been at this camp or like fighting Dommels in general. I have no expectations whatsoever of what the next couple of hours, I presume, is going to be like. Because we spent some daylight doing a good deed and unsuccessfully hunting an NM. I'm not going to push it too far tonight because I still am under the illusion, self-imposed, mind you, but I'm still under it, that I can go to sleep at a reasonable time. Point at the man that is a chronic night owl and laugh. Laugh at him. Laugh at his stupid face. One thing I want to ask, because my memory isn't all there, I know with them not having Wings of the Goddess, they don't have DNC, Scholar, Geomancer. What jobs am I missing? Horizon doesn't have access to yet. They have all the standard jobs, like all the vanilla jobs are in. They have all of the advanced jobs up to COP. It's like, and literally anything that's Treasures of Adargon and beyond is not in the game. Who is at the bottom? The fact that this camp is so popular is kind of crazy to me. I suppose if you... Well, no, because this is like a higher level or higher-ish level camp. I can't remember what those jobs are. It also includes things like Corsair, Puppet Master, Blue Mage. Hang on, when I'm not like in a spooky situation and I start invising myself, I will look. Oh, let's see. Advanced. No, just show me jobs. Show me jobs. Job Chan, please. I have no idea why he marked your message as spam. That's not... I have no idea why it marked your message as spam. That is not... like, it's not even like a spam message. I was expecting to be like an ASCII penis or something. Because that's normally what tips off Nightbot. Maybe it's because it was like 3-letter... like 3-letter things, like over and over again. In like a sequence, like it didn't like the pattern or something. I couldn't tell you. Exactly. All the ones that you listed are not in the game. Let's see. The ones that are in the game: Paladin, Dark Knight, Beastmaster, Bard, Ranger, Samurai, Ninja, Dragoon, and Summoner are all in there. Blue Mage, Corsair, Puppet Master, Dancer, Scholar, Geomancer, Rune Fencer are not in. I'm personally waiting on Blue Mage, which is going to be my actual main. I lived and breathed Blue Magery on Eden, and so I will here again. But I'm also using this run as a bucket list completion. So, you know, because I wasn't in the soonest, and I'm not the fastest completer of content, I'm taking this opportunity before the expansion comes out to do all the content that I have missed up until this point. Like, real talk, before I started doing vanilla missions, everything after rank 6, like vanilla rank 6, was like new content for me. Everything after 3 paths and COP, brand new content to me. Never experienced C, never experienced Limbus, never experienced Dynamis. I'm gonna make that change this round. I totally forgot about Rune Fencer, never bothered with it. I'm dreading DNC coming. The one of the biggest benefits that I've seen with this developer team is that they're not afraid of making changes, sometimes substantial, but never like overbearing, in my opinion, to you know, course correct in ways that Square Enix just flatly didn't ever try. We have the benefit of hindsight, knowing that DNC, that Dancer was considered to be like the de facto sub job in a lot of cases. I stopped playing on retail around the time that Dancer started to become like really ubiquitous. So I don't have the same horror stories that people seem to have with like the direction that just having that sub like slanted the game. Dro was a samurai in our party last night. Was he good? Asking for a friend. I don't care if he's bad. You don't even have to answer that. I don't even said it. as long as he hits the monster with the pointy bit, that's all I really care about. I need to change up my equip set because I'm gonna have everything ripped off me. Actually, no, I have pre-equip sets to do this. And then we'll just adjust. Okay, and then we will use current. And then we will fill in the blanks where needed. 67, 66, that's all good. Werewolf belt, I won't be able to equip. I shouldn't need the enmity +1, so we'll equip the Republican Army mantle instead. That looks good. Unfortunately, he got wife aggro and had to bounce. We finished Yami's XP ring and then disbanded. Oh god, I mean DNC as a sub didn't horribly bother me. DNC was being able to tank mobs that take a party to drop definitely bothered me. One change that they made that is still considered controversial was that they wanted to avoid people subbing Ninja in any case that they possibly could get away with it, like it for all forms of content. They didn't fully succeed in stopping people from you know, like Burst Impulse equipping sub nin for like most content that warrants it in some way. But what they did was they increased the recast timers on shadows so that you weren't like functionally like a ninja with extra steps, and needed to consider like other options. It wasn't a perfect solution. I honestly think that if they wanted to make that change, like to the extent that I feel like they wanted to, they probably should have made Yutsusemi Ni like level 38 instead. I'm sure that would have pissed off a whole other class and population of people like way more than simply increasing the recast time. But they balanced it out, so to speak, by having Yonin added as an ability for ninjas, with ninjas being able to use Yonin in order to bring the recast timers down to almost, if not pretty close to the original recast timers. Now granted, people are still living off of like muscle memory that has been drilled into them, both by others and by themselves, over the period of like a decade or more, right? So there is still, based off of very not great reasons, beyond it just feels like that's the thing that you should do, there is still a reluctance to invite Beastmasters into parties. Like Beastmasters with their jug pets don't hurt experience at all, but a lot of a not small number of people, including myself initially, believed that they did. Like the way that Beastmasters function in parties right now is that it's like having 1.5 party members. They were consistently, unless they were like really sketch, they were consistently at the top of like any parsers that I was running or happened to be running at the time, because their pet's contributing damage and they're doing stuff. There appear to be 2 samurais here. Maybe I do keep the mercenary mantle on. I don't know. We'll take it off. We'll have the army mantle on like we were aiming for. And keep everything else the same. That seems right. If we struggle, like I don't know and don't believe and don't feel that having +1 extra enmity is probably gonna make that much of a difference, but it could. So if it seems like we're having hate issues, we will swap back over to the mercenary mantle. 2 dexterity. The stats that are on here are nice, but they're not going to break me if I don't have them. I actually stuck around retail until Abyssia was the final straw to me because you had people playing until 30 on their first job. then just pay leeching everything else to 99, which means a bunch of players with 0 weapons proficiency and no clue how to use their job. There's nothing worse than a paladin tank that doesn't know how to paladin. Yeah, for sure. That's why it remains bizarre to me that there's like level me instantly to the max cap for like World of Warcraft and stuff like that. Because like part of you going, you know, running the gamut over the course of like a very long time is you incrementally getting used to more and more abilities over time. But that's what I've heard is that before the end, and especially in recent times, retail basically amounted to maybe like 50 levels or so, 50, 60 levels of like abject loneliness. With everything, maybe I should swap the club here. I feel like I should swap the club. I feel like that's going to help me here more than the Espadon will. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to keep Espadon at 70 or keep Savage Blade. Let's up over to the Darksteel Maul. If only for Moonlight. Like, these things don't have any AoEs that really matter, if I remember right. So I can afford to be a little bit closer to the Summoner and White Mage. And having Moonlight is going to be a real big sustain gain for me. But it was like 50, 60 levels from what I've heard. I haven't experienced retail since like literally 2008. So, you know, you would certainly know more than I would. But like, it's like, I've been told it's like 50, 60 levels of like virtually no one being around anywhere. With like your friends being like the trusts that you gain along the way. You know, friendship with real sentient human beings ended. Chantoto is my new best friend, like that type of stuff. And then any time that you needed help with anything, like typically you would have to pay someone. Alright, let's see if I lost any equipment. It doesn't look like it. Let's go. I'm going to equip Espadon for a second to see if I keep... It says I keep Savage Blade, but I don't think that's right. I don't feel like that's right. What is my skill capped at? If it's 240, I can still use it. Oh. Okay. Because I might as well just keep Savage Blade on. To make it go faster. Because I'm not going to die with the Summoner and White Mage. He says right before he dies. What are you going to do, Dommel me? Says Man Dommeled. We'll keep it on. And if it's bad, then we just change. Easy enough. This does preclude me, though. Well, no, I shouldn't need to do it. Hopefully the summoner is going to be regularly refreshing, so I shouldn't need to use that many Yag drinks, if any, unless it's been like 10 minutes of like abject suffering.
It's like one of my Japanese animes.
If you're new to the channel, you like what you've seen and heard so far, clicking the follow button below not only updates you when I'm around, it helps the algorithm find others who might like this too. All hail the algorithm. Blessed be thy name. Once we actually start fighting, we will swap over to BPM mode for maximum ownage of the indigenous wildlife that is literally just trying to make a living out here. If I see him whip out Rama, I'm never going to use Enlight. If he doesn't use Rama, then I'm good to use Enlight. Unfortunately, It is a thing, that Thunder Spark or whatever it's called, that gives you End Thunder. Do be an asshole. I don't even know if that sentence I just made makes sense. I don't remember what I said. I just went on autopilot. Did I just call Rama an asshole? This seems kind of rude. I don't know why I would do that. We'll put Defender on to reduce enemy loss. Let's go. I mean, just by doing things naturally, we're not losing any hate. And I feel like we should have by now if there was like a real risk of it. Fenrir and Hestega are good combos. We'll hold over onto our TP for now. If we start having MP issues, I will whip out the Maul. Like, despite... I don't even know if this guy is going to refresh. If he's not going to refresh, I have to whip out the Maul anyway. I was a Paladin main initially, my only real full-time job. Having to tell 99, provoke flash, provoke flash, keep it up and cause suit with cures. Or continue with cures as needed. And their reply being, I have only up to cure 2 and what's flash. No, they didn't say that, did they? That's super bad. That is super bad. That makes that's very spicy. Dishonest face. Okay, so he is refreshing me. So maybe I won't worry about it so much. If they start having to have TP problems or having TP problems, I might. There is, because everyone is coming into this from the, you know, probably from Eden or other private servers, they knew what they were doing right off. So there is a, like, probably within the first couple of months of Horizon's life, there are people already with, like, Habergens and, you know, rare EX stuff and, like, completed most of the content and server firsted stuff that would normally take real, like, normal human beings, like, 6 months to get, and they achieved it in, like, a month and a half. Where was I going with this? I don't remember. I literally don't remember. I have no idea where that train of thought was. Nope, lost it. Lost it completely. Yep, and their sword skill was like 25 and they couldn't hit a freaking worm. It is very important, as you know, just like from your own statement, to like make sure that you are keeping combat skills relatively consistent. That's also one of the reasons why I think they made it so that level sync started penalizing you after a difference of 10 levels, is because they don't want you to be in a position where you feel inclined to sit at a camp so long that you're sitting at like a 50 combat skill deficit, like on the regular. Because if there's anything that would like dissuade you one way or another from sorry, Garuda's like booty is insanely detailed, and like even though I've seen it like a million times, it is one of those things that just like is a mind eraser. It's like a mind flare from D&D. Your brain just goes. I hard R0 there for a second, or at least lag or something. I don't know what you mean, so you're good. It's like if there's anything that's gonna like push you one way or another towards like behaving in like a certain way, it would be avoiding experience loss. This is a weird feeling to have, but the fact that a lot of these monsters use spells that I know. Sorry, Yame, I don't have a lurk option. Every time that you try to lurk, I'm gonna drag you kicking and screaming back out into the light. You coward. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'll add here. I've got a note card in front of me that tells me things that you need to pay attention to. So I will do Vorpal Blade. Vorpal Blade did 69 damage. We love that for us. I have on here on my note card that tells me the things that you need to pay attention to and work on. I have Watch Gundam, Get Hocho, Jelly Ring, add lurk option for a Yame and heart socket. I don't know if it was heart socket or Icy that tried to lurk. And yet, you know, all that awaited them at the end of their, you know, text entry was just silence. Just silence and darkness. No, there's no lurk option. Stop lurking. It doesn't do anything. Just because I could. I like the cut of your jib. Whatever the fuck that means. Defender me. It do be feeling pretty good when I can when like the samurai with like basically a sword that's as big as my body can sneak attack and do like the pretty flowery weapon skill and not have me lose hate. Feels pretty good, feels pretty good. That is for true. I might want the club anyway, though. I don't know. Fine, we're all just lurking. Here, I'll do it. I should be paying attention to the preservation of my own life and those of my party. Look, now we're all lurking. You do feel like I am... Hello, fellow lurkers. I too lurk here. Gotta get my daughter to bed and she's being a royal pain, so I might be back in an hour. Laugh out loud. Ruffle Teketh, rolling on the floor laughing that I'm crapping in the hall. That sounds good. If I see you, I will see you. If not, you have yourself just the best night ever. My streaming schedule is in the About Me section that everyone definitely reads. Either way, I'll be back eventually if you're still around. I should be back within a couple of hours. Or I should still be here. I fucked that a little bit. We're just gonna use that as an opportunity to swap out our shit. I'm not doing like a ton of damage with my sword anyway, so I might as well help myself. No, I misspoke. I'm not going anywhere. I mean, I'm gonna be here probably for the next couple of hours. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Regional Equivalent. Sometimes on Saturdays. I will tell you for sure, there is not going to be a stream on this Saturday. Because I'm going to be doing effectively a deep dive and clean of my computer. Which is going to involve reformatting the hard drive so I can simulate to myself that my computer is brand new. And because I have like an untold number of random bullshit all over my computer and I have no idea where it is. I can account for like maybe 600 of the 900 gigabytes that are being used right now. Sweet. Sounds good. No, I changed this out, dude. Cursed. I'll let the beef set off me. I'm assuming that's what she's doing. I can't see. This thing's ginormous ass. There we go. Okay. And then we're gonna seal the deal. This is a good blend. This is a good blend of enmity stacking gear, and it allows me to pay just enough attention that I do not feel overly focused, but not so little attention that I'm bored out of my mind. There's not too many other pieces that I could see taking off or swapping with something else. I could swap out my Hades earrings for like attack earrings, but I'm not really going to be doing not going to be doing so much damage that it warrants me losing effectively like 4% hate output. So let's just not. It's working right now. So fucking yelling at me, chat. Shut up.
Boy Slim Thick, Skinny Legend got me quaking.
Let's see if I'm close enough to the individuals with whom I'm concerned. I am. I feel like my dog is doing stuff around me. I don't know what it is. I can't account for it. I can't turn around. Okay, they are in range. That's good. Free MP for all and sundry. And we do have Sentinel. We're gonna pop that now. How much time until Chivalry is back? 6 minutes. I hate that. Like, just let me have it like round clock. Just let me have it literally all the time. I'm stupid, dude. I don't have the freaking experience points ring on, man. I mean, it's not like I'm in any danger of the party ending, presumably, before I can run it, but still. Cheer as me Riri. Is Cole Shushu controlled by Bastok? I don't believe it is. Our map. Cole Shushu is not controlled by Bastok. There's a special ring that you get, or can get, when you're rank 7. That is pretty good. It's like Vitality 3, Defense 4 for like a Paladin, I mean. And gives you +5 accuracy, but disarmingly, it only works if you're in your own controlled area, like Conquest controlled. Which is not the worst, because Bastok is pretty regularly in first, if not second. Sandok is Sandok, dude. That's what the fuck. No. Yeah, Sandok. Sandoria is slightly more often in first, but you know, that's because we feel bad. We feel bad for them, and we want to make sure that, you know, that they also get to have like a rank first experience. I would like to. There we go. We'll flash here. It's probably a little bit excessive, but we'll still do it. I hope you enjoy this thrilling view of a PS2 model torso. Like, at least you could have that view, you know what I'm saying? No, that's not right. That's not appropriate. Garuda didn't choose to have no clothes, I'm assuming. Objectifying is not nice. Unless Garuda's into that, in which case it is super nice and you should do it. But only with her permission. But no eye contact and no touching.
Why is it spicy?
Can I get a rundown in chat of everyone that has ordered the collector's edition of Armored Core 6? So and if you are not among them, I'd have a short list of who to ban. Does Bastok still smell like sweaty Galka butt, or did they finally clean it up? If you avoid the mines, it is not so bad. And I'm not implying anything untoward by saying that. There is a concentration of Galkas with whom has sweaty Galka butts that are there. That's all I'm alluding to. And also, yes, it does. Yes. Literally all the time. I smell like Galka butts right now. Is someone level? I don't think so. Huzzah. Warcry. Rampart. To get a good enmity generation going. And to boost everyone up. I don't know why I can see people hitting the mobs now. I feel like I should have my filter set so that doesn't happen. So I can more easily watch for things like the white mage is silenced. Oh, the white mage brought echo drops. Very good. Here, we'll turn the thumb a little bit. What was I saying? I don't even know. If you're a Tartaru butt level, you're in danger. Real talk, and I've said this story before, so I apologize for whom, you know, it concerns. I was a Tartaru as my first ever character on retail. Because in my headspace, and based off of the limited knowledge that I had, I was like, I'd like, they're little magical creatures. I could see magic being like a good thing in the game. And that was like the basis for my decision. I could not get over the fact that they are so close to the ground. Congratulations. That the camera is also closer to the ground than I liked. I had what I can only describe and badly as reverse vertigo, where I wanted to go up. Like I couldn't move the camera any higher, and I felt like I was terminally close to the ground, which is true because I was a fucking Tartaru. Right? It's literally true. I am close to the ground. That's where I am as one. And then it was like, Elven seemed to be too lanky. I don't want to be a cat girl just because I don't. I don't want to be a Galka because even though they're like pretty big and foreboding, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it for what it is. For me, their heads are a little bit too small proportional to their mass. Many people do not care. I happen to care just enough to be influenced by it and following up on it. I'm not a huge fan. Not a huge fan of their hairstyles. Like the military cut that's like buzz on the sides and like flat on the top looks good. Or good-ish, rather. But like the double horn things on the sides, like the horizontal horn things, doesn't do anything for me. This wasn't, you know, this wasn't yucking my yum the way that I would have preferred. I don't know why we're stopping. Oh, it's because the individual needs to expel liquids from their system. Fine, I'll do it myself. Alrighty. I will see you in a bit. Stupid Dommel with their stupid 3-polygon hooves. Face him away, please. Okay. I'm gonna turn him this way. I thought he was faced away. I guess not. What about now? Does this please you, Mr. Krabs? And then we'll Sentinel to ensure that we have maximum ripe hate retention. I'm going to take a moment to drink something because I've been talking nonstop for going on 3 hours now. Don't mind me, or do mind me. Something about doing Moonlight is very exciting. It's like I'm basically shoving like a high ether into the entire party. Congratulations. They say Devo in 1 minute. That's good intel. Because my chivalry was up, and so it's entirely possible that I would have crossed wires there. I hope you enjoy this ASMR of me cleaning my throat repeatedly. Cleaning? Humans clean their throats, right? That's how that works. Warcry. Rampart. Welcome back. Since they have Devotion ready, I'm going to time the Enlight proc to be between attacks if I can help it. Enlight, if you are not aware, is an accuracy and damage bonus that decays over time with each hit, and it's 1-to-1. So what that means is that I can cast Enlight, and depending on your divine skill plus some other math, you can have like plus 20 accuracy and plus 20 additional attack. Which is very helpful, but each time that you hit, the numbers go down by 1. So you then, like, you hit, it goes from 20 to 19, so you have 19 extra damage you do, plus 19 almost said defense. That would have made it confusing. Did I not provoke there? That's fine, it's already dead. Huzzah. Take this, you stinky creature. I said take this. Oh, it's a Dark Knight. I love that. It stole 4 MP from the thief, but almost certainly it is going to steal about 1 billion from me. Oh, this should be far enough, I think, right? Do I have any other tools I can use right now? Not really. It's casting Thunder 2. That might actually be good for me. Thunder 2 shouldn't be that strong. About 100. It's okay. Are they still in range? They're not. That's very sad. I was hoping to catch them with Moonlight. Stop pushing me, dude. It's very rude. Oh, nope, too late. I casted it. Well, since we're basically sitting on, like, I don't know if the White Mage devotioned me yet, but if he didn't, I'm sitting on basically like 600. No, that's too much. Like 450. Like 450 MP, just burninating a hole in my pocket. Which is just silly. That would make me a huge silly buns if I didn't, you know, make real use of that. Then we're gonna turn it away. What abilities do I have on tap? Defender. I love that. And by I love that, I mean I have like purely platonic feelings about it.
Just because thou art wielding 2 katanas does not mean that thy body is not 70% mac and cheese.
I should have shield bash here, right? We'll just use it right now. Stupid Dommel trying to keep himself alive. What do you have? Some kind of self-preservation instinct or something, you nerd? What a fool. A charlatan. We'll wait until we have 2k TP to squeeze the most juice out of the fruit that is our chivalry. What a sentence. One of the most sentences of all time. Hell yeah, brother. So close. I got 430 experience from that. If only it was 10 less. We would have had a very funny situation on our hands. You would have been lolling. I would have been lolling. You might have even been like rafflecoptering. So did the double paid like double attack the thief? I'm just gonna let the thief trick attack on me because I think that's what she wants to do. I don't know why they moved. They could have just stayed behind. But that is okay. We have all of our tools back. Let's blow Sentinel. We're gonna pop Chivalry so we get all of our MP back. And then as it's TP moving, we're gonna heal ourselves up and be more or less invincible for the next 15 seconds. We also shouldn't lose hate for the duration. Very exciting. You are excited by this. Chatter. Or to call you by your real name. Rutherford. Yeah, I know what your real name is. If that ain't a ghost story, I don't know what is. I have Devo. Oh, I thought you would have used it already. Alright. I won't have Shiv another 14 mins or so, so whenever you see I'm low, feel free to do it. I could just like use the power of the human language in order to find out when they're able to devotion me, but I think it's on like a timer of like 10 minutes. Do not quote me on that. Or do. You can quote me on that. You can quote me on anything you want. Probably one of the most controversial takes that I have. That you feel to quote me on. You should feel free to quote me on. Language is hard. I hate sauerkraut. I hate it. I hate everything about it. I hate the taste. I especially hate the smell. Hate the texture. Hate how it looks. Hate the color of it. If it's hateable, I hate it. About it. I cannot be in the same room as like an active cooking pot of sauerkraut. I need like from my own sanity, I need to be at least, if this thing stomped me again, I'd be fucking dead. It is so angry. Probably because I hate sauerkraut. I don't like it on anything. Like you literally, you could not trick me because you couldn't put like a little piece of sauerkraut in what would otherwise be like one of my favorite foods, like a burrito or something, without me knowing. I will know it's there. On a primal, almost psychical level, I will psychically detect that there is sauerkraut in my food. And I will reject it. I won't allow it anywhere near my mouth. Or any other part of my body. I just won't. You could not find a way to put it in me. I'd rather, if you try to interface sauerkraut with me in any way, I will find a way to willfully dematerialize and cease to exist. I won't have it. Does that sound excessive? Sure. Is it a little bit dramatic? Yeah. Is it also factually the case? You're darn tootin'. Sorry. Sorry, my hate control's too good. Ad break is in 2 minutes. Brace accordingly. Or allow yourself to be thrown all across the deck like a Star Trek character. Whatever your chosen method of going out. I am bad. I am foodless at the moment. There's a chance I might swap to spaghetti. But if I'm going to swap to spaghetti, I'm going to feel morally obligated to make it myself, and I don't know how expensive it is. Like, the ingredients seem just naturally annoying to find and make. So I've been putting it off for longer than I probably should, just because I've been writing Ikra Gunkin to greatness, mind you, but I've been writing it this whole time. So I would think that because I'm able to keep hate is the primary reason why I'm feeling this way. There is food out there that gives, or type of spaghetti rather, that gives you HP and defense, which I can actually make use out of, because it's not like I can get enmity, any more enmity from food except for whatever it is, the type of sushi that I'm thinking of. I forget. Which is weird that I forget, because I've normally committed every single piece of like enmity granting thing in the game. Dorado sushi? That's it. That's right. Let's swap to video game BPM. Change. Change. This one's good. We'll even pop up the jams a little bit. I'm sure you don't mind. This song kind of fucks. NGL. Right at the start of an ad break too. How unfortuitous. Although it didn't seem like anybody got any ads the last time that there were supposed to be ads, so I don't know. Maybe they just won't play. But presumably there are ads that are supposed to be starting momentarily. Unless you're subscribed, free with Amazon Prime, brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. That's false advertising. I'm not really sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Although there was a chance that I was, or that I could have been, like way before I had like literally any presence. They were like, hey, if you functionally turn your little passion project here into a Raid Shadow Legends channel in every way, shape, and form for like a week, we'll give you like $80. It was like nonsensical at the time for me to do that, because it would have forever cemented in people's minds that I was like a Raid Shadow Legends channel during like the most critical part. Oh, no. I'm 100% good at all times. Thank you, though. It is very nice that the thief was like looking out for me. I didn't realize that's why we weren't doing anything. I need to move this away. I need to move this away because of bomb toss. Alright. Move it a little bit away. That should be good. Called it. Freaking called it. Oh, let's go. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, get him. Get him, Groda, get him. Slap him around. Oh, these freaking hurt, dude. Pretty well geared out. It's still messing me up a little bit. The fact that they're doing it like every 2 seconds is not fun. I do not enjoy that. Song's pretty good. I love that for me. I hate being Goblin Rush. It is so much damage to endure. I'm sure the samurai are pretty thankful for the opportunity to just like do their thing without having to worry about drawing hate too much. If the music gets too loud, let me know. Or if it's not loud enough, that's also an option. Words are hard. Oh, I need to do my job.
Fine, I guess you are my little punk champ.
Am I doing my job? I mean,
oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit.
Press random things, random sounds that are funny to me.
What the hell? Oh my god, what are you doing?
I would really appreciate it if I could just hold hate with no effort at all. It's already dead. I don't need to worry about it. Huzzah. Help me, Sephiroth. I'm silenced. Wheeze. Oh no.
Whoa! It's over 9,000!
Oh fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
I'm very surprised that did not link. I'm glad it didn't, obviously, but I'm very surprised it didn't. Warcry Rampart. And also Defender. I feel like, based off of no hard numbers, I feel like having Defender on constantly is helping me with the hate retention. I mean, it literally says that in the tooltip. But because I don't specifically know how much, I often forget about it. I shouldn't, but I do. Devo 240. 2 minutes and 40 seconds, I'm assuming. Okay, so then that means it's like it's either a 10-minute timer or 15. I don't know. $15 would make sense to me. Does make sense to me. I'm gonna be too far away from them. Yeah, I was. For Moonlight. I like Dommels as like an entity. I hate the Healing Breath move. I mean, which is obvious because, you know, it's directly antithetical to me killing these things faster. But like, just die. Just like take the punches, right? I was watching Gundam recently. What is assuredly going to be the first step in like a never-ending series of steps if I get into it as much as I think that I am, based off of my impression of the first episode. We've all seen Wing, right? We've all been introduced to Wing by Toonami. That's just like a gimme. But like, apparently, according to this very well-received video that I watched about like where exactly you're supposed to start with Gundam, and to watch things in like roughly chronological order in terms of like how things happen in the universe. I recommended a new-ish series called Gundam Origin. As the name implies, shows you how certain characters got to where they were, became who they were, how the big war that like underpins all of a period of the story called the Universal Century happens, like where it all originates. So that was strongly recommended as like the first watch, and I'm enjoying it so far. It seems really good. Only watched the first episode, or 95% of the first episode, but you know, that's the time to make the impression. Cheer as Miriri. That do be the time to like impress me just enough that I continue on with your serialization. The one take that they had, which is perfectly valid, and they acknowledge themselves as being like a tough pill to swallow, is that after you get through Gundam Origins, you are meant to experience the original, and when I say original, I mean like the OG Gundam from like 30-40 years ago, because they said in the video that it is so required. It's like basically required reading, and that there's so much that happens in that series, or in that specific anime episodes, that like, and so many characters and so many events, so many locations that are referenced elsewhere, like in perpetuity throughout the story, that like it is like something that you have to interface with. You basically don't have a choice. There is, thankfully, wow, I have no idea what kind of HBO I was going to be dealing with then if I wasn't Cure 5 and or Cure 5 and Cure Forward. Probably somewhere north of like 10, south of 50. That you have to watch it. Mercifully, there was a redub. Let's turn the music down just very slightly. Spam F's in chat if you so desire. There was a redub that was done by professional actors, that is relatively available, that makes the experience a lot more tolerable. Not that it's bad, and if you're into like old anime and everything that entails, you know, I respect how you feel and all that noise. I'm already accepting that once I get through like the origin like series, that I'm gonna have to watch, based off this guy's recommendation, I'm gonna have to watch the original series, and I'm sure that after the fact I'm gonna be thankful for it. But even with the insane amount of strides that they made at the time period to make Gundam like really good for the time, like I can appreciate that, but it's still gonna be tough for me. I will survive though, one day at a time. I am a fool. Instead of moonlighting, I should have shiveried. I pizzaed when I should have French fried.
I'm sorry. Help me.
Bruh. What to say?
My mouth increasingly dry. Someone please help me. I am stuck under the water. Oh man. That is an ancient Mei Mei. I mean, it's not comparatively ancient. Like, it's not as ancient as, like, I'm a firing my laser. Ooh, we got a parrying skill up. Very exciting. You know, hogging collectively in creepy unison is an option available to you all. Okay, do not use Moonlight at the very first opportunity. It is not necessary. That was a pretty good timing on the provoke from me. Thanks, self. Basically overriding the insane enmity increase from both of the samurai Tachi geckoing at the same time.
Oh, shit! Oh, hell no!
I was thinking about adding a ton of Darkest Dungeon quotes to my soundboard, but I know it sounds crazy. Maybe having more than like 140 sounds on demand could be considered in some circles to be excessive. That maybe it's like a line that I shouldn't cross or something. I know it sounds crazy. Are you gonna trick attack on me? Nope, you are leaving. I think he's putting himself behind me. Don't quote me on that. No, I should have everything up. That's fine. You're fine. You're fine, bud. I got it back. I clawed it all back. It is good instincts on his part. That was very smart for him to try to put himself behind me. I feel like given the relative size of the Galka, their samurai sword should be bigger. Of course, it's not the size. It's how you use it to kill indigenous wildlife. As they say. They all say that. Sumner is doing a great job keeping me refreshed. It is greatly appreciated. Not a bad party. This is going to be a very good experience point buffer for me. I don't believe that I'm going to be meriting. I'm basically holding on to this block of experience so that I can then more freely use it as a jumping board, like for other content, without being afraid of dying. Currently, I have like a surgeon's kit of of medicines and shit like that. Let me move this over here. It might be too close. Nope. Pay attention to me. Do you have anything that can use the force on me? Weeble Warcry and Rampart, so that if it bomb tosses, then we use the magical stone skin effect to great use, to maximal use, as it were. Look at that. Wow. There sure is a lot of pretty particle effects going on. He's starting to believe. I fucking thought the thief died just then. I was like, how are you dead? I do not believe that it is possible. And I was right. We'll heal ourselves to make sure that we are in prime Grey Gorget territory. This you stinky animal. I would like fighting these things a lot more if it weren't for like how how skewed it makes the camera look. Devo 30 seconds, that's good intel. All right, then I'm going to Enlight at the earliest opportunity, aka now.
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Provoke me. I should be able to flash right afterward, and I should. I will. I have. It is so insane to me that they are remaking Super Mario RPG. It's probably one of the very first RPGs that I ever completed. I did play Final Fantasy IV. At least I have like ancient memories of it. I did play Final Fantasy 5 and 6. I did not do well because back then I was dumb as hell. You mean you aren't now?
Excuse me, bitch.
How dare you say that? I will fight you in a gentleman's duel. We'll just grab this guy. It's fine. I don't know if he devotioned me or not. But Super Mario RPG was just challenging enough to present a challenge. Eloquently put, Self. Thanks. But not so challenging that I couldn't wrap my head around it. And I guess like the threshold for that was like Final Fantasy. But like after, and I've replayed and beaten Super Mario RPG throughout the years at least 3 or 4 times. At least 3 times. Not more than 5 times. But at least 3 times. Nope. No healing breeze. You did it anyway. You sick bastard. It also means that there is a chance, however small, that Mallow and Gino could find themselves in other games. If you don't know why that's a big deal or why that could be a big deal, make sure that you ask literally any soul that has played Super Mario RPG. Or anyone that's worth a heck. Like, were they good characters? Like Mallow wasn't my favorite. He was basically like the black mage of the group with like in like a game where like magic damage wasn't like magic damage typically was like AoE damage of some description. So he was actually very useful once they started taking advantage of him. But his personality was a thing. Like his whole character arc. He did redeem himself, but it definitely takes him a long time. Although I'm kind of like dipping into possible spoiler territory, so I'm gonna shut up. I mean, it's all stuff that you can like read on the tin, but you know how it goes. I don't have to explain this to you. Defender me. I am rapidly losing life. Help me, White Mage Chan. There we go. I had a whole 250 life left. Not even close, baby. I should only push it another 45 minutes. 5 minutes myself. Actually, I don't know if I want to say that. I should only push it about 30-45 minutes myself. I need to continue tricking myself into believing I can go to bed at a reasonable time. And then we will see what they do with this information. I gotta laugh out loud. Score.
Catch me outside, how about that?
It's time to...
I am the Senate.
Okay, I got like 10 minutes. 10 minutes is fine for me. I can't speak for anyone else. I got to use my ring. That's all I care about. I mean, like, I would prefer to get more of a buffer, but I also need to... Like, even though I got a lot of sleep last night, I feel like I could use more sleep than I actually give myself. And there's a small chance that I'll actually sleep reasonably fine tonight. Based off of no evidence, I feel like I could. Maybe. For those whomst have not already, if you'd like to make a sincerely huge impact on me, I recommend clicking the purple follow button below. It's a simple action, but it has a big influence. As you might imagine, people love watching people watch other things that people like to watch. And like, followers are a huge through line. Because people are like, oh my god, he's got 69 followers. He must be like worth watching. Shit like that. I am silenced. All right. Need to take another drink. Another swig of tea. I also need to get groceries soon. So like my barometer for when I should get groceries is based off of whether I run out of peppermint mocha creamer. And I officially ran out today, so we're like in an emergency self-preservation mode. Which basically amounts to me needing to like go outside and like touch grass and stuff. Which I know is flagrantly disgusting, but I have not figured out how to like Star Trek teleport groceries into my house. The closest thing that we got to that was ordering groceries when I used to live in a more city-ish area where you could just have them like delivered to your door. Here, we're a little bit further out, so like it can be a struggle even to get pizza to like come out to you, even if you're willing to pay them. Borrowing from personal experience where I successfully had pizza delivered to me and then was rebutted that no, we don't deliver to your address the second time they tried to order pizza. Whereupon I said, you do, because you had a guy out here that delivered pizza to me. And then they were like, well, it says I can't. Fucking liar, check it again.
Valor, X3, what's this?
I know you do.
More gold is required.
Well, excuse me, princess.
18k experience should be enough of a buffer, especially if I'm doing a whole lot of not dying and I'm getting lots of chipped XP over time. If I'm dying so often that 18k experience is not enough, and that I'm still concerned, that it means that there's some kind of malfunction or issue that's happening in the background that I need to deal with. I shouldn't need to be afraid if I have at least 18,000. You know? I know that it's regular practice for some people when they get a 75 to max out the experience points buffer. That way, for one, they don't have to worry about the system at all. Like like if they ever die, they just wait until they have capped merit points again, and then the system just automatically swaps over to merit point generation from there. But like 44,000 experience is like you have to die basically like 12 times before you D-level. It's too much. If I die more than like 2-3 times, I need to stop doing the content, whatever it is that I'm doing. And like reevaluate the strategy. It should be a deterrent, like I should die maybe twice on whatever it is that I'm looking at or dealing with. Unless it truly is a pain in the ass of like such a magnitude that hitting your head against like a brick wall is like literally the only way to resolve it. I can't really think of too many situations where that would apply. Like maybe Prometheans. Probably Prometheans. Like that one where you're fighting all 3 bosses almost in sequence. That one fucking sucks, I remember that. What was that? Basel? Oh god, it's going hard in the paint now. I think it was Basel. I remember some kind of pink territory. Don't quote me on that. Or do quote me on that. Okay, I know that I have Chivalry up. And I should not have used Moonlight. And it is a point of constant contention and remembrance every single time that we have the stream where I whip out the club. Wom says, wow, I don't know why. It's like if the Sam had a healing breeze. We might be stopping here, I don't know. Nothing is happening. I think so. We can call it there. Thank you so much, everyone. Great samming, healing, pulling, etc. I'm going to warp out of here. And then take a long look at my auction house. But first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up Google Chrome. I'm going to go to twitch.tv in the year of our Lord. And we're going to find an individual that we are going to send you to. Or individuals. I don't remember the last time that we sent people over to a Yame. I think it was recently. I don't know if it really matters that much. I'm for sure gonna send you somewhere. If there are any preferences, you have about like 5 seconds to tell me. Otherwise, forever hold your bacon. My instincts are telling me to send you to Yame, so I'm going to do that. And then we'll pick up a different person next time. All right, we're going to end the stream here. I can't get into anything else if I'm going to successfully trick myself into believing that I can go to bed on time, which I'm certain that there's going to be some kind of torrential downpour of random bullshit actions I'm going to take between now and between now and when my head actually like hits the pillow. So we're going to be streaming next Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, your regional equivalent. I have no idea what we're going to be doing. Maybe COP, Now that I'm 75, it's difficult for me to parse which of like the 8,000 things that aren't XP related that I should be trying to do. But I mean, I'm assuming that by Friday we'll have figured it out. I will see you on Friday. Thank you so much for coming out. I'm gonna press the button and I'll say goodbye. I'll see you there. Bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye. You have a good one. Bye. Have a good one. Bye. Don't forget to follow me if you like my stuff. Bye, 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 bye. Take care. Bye.